Oh, I don't have my light on. Hello, it's me. I also made this little. Well, I didn't make it. I just put the song to it. But here you go.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
That's all I got for you. I was trying to stay in the positive space, so there's a little happy Halloween. We're going to be talking about Nelo Life, which is a travel multi-level marketing company, and they also have they have products you can buy in their shop space, but you don't know what the products are that you can buy until you become a member. So that's fun. This is also the company that has sent me a cease and desist, so that was a good time. And if the company's confused or if you're confused, this stream is not sponsored by Nelo Life. Attention all in the live chat and the replay crew. This stream is not sponsored by Nelo Life. Thank you. Hello. Grab your coloring book, grab your knitting, grab your crochet. Maybe be lurking and gaming at the same time. I took out some of the like pauses, but there weren't a bunch of pauses and there weren't a bunch of filler words, so we're gonna do our best, play it at maybe a faster speed. We've got captions. We've got, what else do we have? I don't know. We've got anti-MLM. Oh yeah, I'm DC. I'm a multi-level marketing dropout. Nelo Life is a multi-level marketing company. I was in multi-level marketing from 2014 February to 2022 April, the very end of April. And it's videos like these, the live streams or the pre-recorded videos of taking apart and debunking the content from these multi-level marketing reps is what helped me get out, and I want to help other people get out or maybe make better decisions when they're in. So I'm going to say howdy hey to the live chat. Hello. And we'll get started. Hello. Also, Wendy, I just responded to your text message. I'm sorry. I will let you know. As always, please preserve and promote your emotional well-being. I'm also a proponent of your physical well-being as well. Mentally, I'm not in a good spot right now. I'm happy to be here and to be streaming and to take apart this video. If I need to, I am going to stop midstream. I don't say that to cause you any anxiety. I say that to say out loud my constraints that I'm having with my own mental health, and I'll be letting everybody know in a couple weeks when I figure out what I want to say, but members already kind of know what's going on. And like I am trying to advocate for myself, I want you to advocate for yourself. There should... Something just fell. I don't know, it just fell. Hopefully there's not too much fuckery in this video, but there might be. Is Carl Deichler haunting my stream? I don't know. Hello. I have a fuzzy blanket. Let's go. I've got my sweatshirt on. I've got comfy clothes on. My hair is huge tonight, and we're gonna get started. And I've got presentation mode already set up. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. I do have captions at the bottom. I can't move them around because I put them in myself. So what am I going to say? I'm not going to say it. I hope you all are doing well. I hope that you are able to start your week off with your best foot forward. And if you're struggling like I am, just make sure to take care of yourself. Maybe take some things off your plate and take some time for you, which you're not going to get encouraged to do in multi-level marketing. I certainly never was. So let's go. Oh, they all are the best. I'm having a blast spending October with y'all, and I hope that these are fun and bring a little bit of joy and maybe some info about multi-level marketing to you or maybe someone you know. So if you want to like the stream preemptively, I'd appreciate it. If you know somebody who might be helped by one of the videos that I have out here, then feel free to send them my videos. I don't know what else to say, but thank you for sharing off shop, Charlene. I know it's a late stream, so I do have it on ultra low latency. I can man the chat. I know we've got a couple of mods here, but as always, the mods know hop in and hop out at your own discretion and or ability and or time. You know, it's chill here. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks so much, Megan. Okay, we're going to start.
Hey everybody, this is Larry Lane. This is our Super Saturday Nelo Life training coming in from Burbank, California. Just want to welcome you all today. Today on the Zoom, we're going to have, they don't like to brag on themselves, but we got some of the best leaders in the world at Nelo Life. And everybody loves our Rising Star call. I call this our Superstar call because there's a lot of leaders that come in. They actually lead by example. They help out in the community. And that's who we have on the call today. We're going to have Liz, we're going to have Colette, we're going to have Aaron, and we're going to have Randy. And really what we wanted to do is they're having so much success. They're building communities. They're hitting the ranks. I wanted them to come on and really just kind of share what they do on a daily basis, how they're building Nelo. Because I know when I start companies, especially when I first got started in network marketing, I would go in and I would watch the leaders, I would shadow the leaders, I would show up to all the Zooms. I would learn everything I possibly could from the people that were out there making it happen.
Larry Lane, everybody does this. Oh, you're just a hater. You're a dropout. Yeah, no shit I am. I showed up to every single Zoom call. I was training on Zoom calls. I was a top seller in our national area. I like for actual sales. I showed up to call-ins. I showed up to Zoom calls. I drove 8 hours every couple of weeks to go to 8 hours one way to go to trainings because there was nobody local. It is not actually like confirmed that when you just show up or choose to show up or, you know, invest or copy people who are doing it, that you're going to actually be successful. Because guess what? Just because I was a top seller doesn't mean I made money in my multi-level marketing company. Shocker, shocker, shocker. Randy is gonna. Randy's coming later on, and I don't want to give you any spoilers, but if you're looking forward to his whiteboard drawings, you're gonna be in for a treat, honestly.
Happen. So we're going to let them come on today and just share what's working for them, how they're sharing Nelo, the tools that they're using. And I'm going to go ahead and start the lineup. We do have a lot of speakers. So the first lady I'm going to bring up, I just got to see her when I was in Park City, Utah, just a couple of days ago. And I've only known Liz for about 2 years, but Liz is absolutely a superstar. She is a go-getter. And when you see Liz at the event, she's just always working the room. She's always working the
If you now, okay, this could be, I don't know if everyone knows this, and maybe we do. Maybe we all do because we've watched a shit ton of Zoom calls and we get it. You always edify the person who's about to come up to speak. We did it in Mary Kay. We did it in Young Living. You do that to tell the people who are listening that the person who's about to talk is worth listening to. And you do that so that the person who's about to talk feels good that they're spending their time for free doing a training. It is a type of love bombing, in my opinion, and maybe Live Chatter Replay Crew can give some insight or give a different perspective about that, but it is not inherently bad, but in a high control group situation, it can keep people in longer when maybe they don't want to leave. Who knows?
community. It doesn't
Also, do we know that Randy Schroeder still has a picture of him in a transact card and a check still on his Facebook page? Because that was cute to find out.
matter if you're with underneath her team or not. So Liz, if you'll just come on today and just share with everybody why you love Nelo Life, how you're building such an incredible team and the tools and everything that you're using.
You didn't miss anything. It was just Larry Lane yelling at us.
Thank you, Liz, for being here.
Thanks so much, Larry. And you know, you made a really good point. You just kind of made it nice because you led me right into something that I was going to talk about anyway. And that is, you know, staying connected, following your leaders. I remember when I very first started, oh my gosh, 25 plus years ago in this industry. And maybe like some of you who started in relationships.
The clicking, the little gaps that you're hearing or maybe you're seeing is the pauses that that I removed from the video. So far, I didn't remove any like content, and this video is still available for everybody on Vimeo.
relationship marketing, the person who brought you into the business quit. And the person who brought them in quit. So all the people that I was wanting to get leadership from or thought that I was going to learn the business from, they quit. And so I really had to reach up. I made the decision that I wanted to do this. This is really the business, the industry I wanted to be a part of. And so I had to reach up to the leaders that were staying connected. And that's what I noticed. I noticed that those that were the most successful were staying connected. They were doing everything. They were on all the calls, they were on all the Zooms. And although life gets busy, I remember my dad taught me long ago, if you want something done, give it to a busy person because they always find a way. We find ways to lace these important things into our daily lives. And
there was something really impactful that Aaron B said on one of her streams. And I'm not going to say it word for word, obviously, but she was talking about all of the time that she missed with her kids growing up because of multi-level marketing, because of working tirelessly for free for her uplines, for all the things that you're told to do and that people tell you is normal in MLMs, that when you get out and you step out of that high control group mentality, you are able to say, wow, time is something I can't get back. And all of my time that MLM was filling up, maybe I could fill it with something better. Maybe it's sleep. Maybe it is going for a walk. Maybe it is spending time with your family, not missing birthday parties. It was, I don't remember what video it is. Maybe I can reach out to Erin and ask her, but it really hit home for me because I missed out on a lot being in MLM, and I don't even have kids, so I can't imagine if you do have kids, maybe some of the regret you feel because you listen to leaders like this tell you that, oh, be busy, and being busy is better than whatever you're doing, and being mindful of your time.
I realize that some people say, I can't get on everything live, but that's why we record everything. We record everything because we want to make sure that you have access to that, regardless of if you can get on it live. But I always, if I
it's recorded for us, so let's go.
I miss something, I go back and I listen to the recording. And the events, I don't miss the events. If at all possible, it's like barring
Liz?
a death or a marriage or whatever, or a huge storm, I'm there. And it's because I made the commitment. This is the career I want. This is what I want to do. And so you have to make a decision, what you want to do. How big do you want this business to be for you? Is this something that you're going to want? You want to make a few $100s and you want to do it on a very part-time basis?
God, sorry.
Then your efforts will, that's what your efforts will equate to. If you really want to make a career out of this.
Thank you, Charlene. Oh God, where is it?
We appear to be having technical difficulties.
Rip.
Something you want to do in a big way, then you have to put a bit more effort into it. When Larry asked me to be on today, I have a class that I take every Saturday morning at the gym, and I hate to miss that because it's something that I absolutely love, and it's a dance class, but it's a little bit more than a dance class. It's
Thanks,
not quite
Charlene.
Zumba, but I hate to miss it. And the biggest reason is because as I've gotten older, these types of things are what I find that help me to stay youthful and to be mobile. And I hate to miss that, but I also hate to miss this. So luckily it ends before there, but I had to run home. See, I got my Nelo shirt on that I wore to the gym today, and so when I talk about having.
Can we not take advantage of the potential older community that is trying to stay mobile and active at the gym? There's a huge elder kind of generation at the gym that I go to, and they even have their own group classes, one for non-transactional community, but movement that makes sense for that age group, that takes into consideration how powerful mobility is at that age, preserving that mobility. And you're, I'm guessing, trying to recruit those people when you go to the gym. Disrespectfully. Oh my God, absolutely not.
Success, every single thing that we do, you have to do something every single day for your business. Every single day. I don't care if it's something small or big. You have to do something every single day for your business. It's like being in shape. If you go to the gym once a week,
guess what? If you're even able-bodied to be able to move, or able-bodied to, do something at the gym, do something at home, whatever it is, that's a blessing. I'll say, if you're not able-bodied, if you struggle with chronic pain, if you have limitations literally with your limbs or lack of limbs or whatever it is, those hurdles, Some people are doing the best they can. God dang it. If you go to the gym once a week, that's cool. Good for you. That's amazing. Maybe that's where you're starting, or maybe that's what you're able to do because that's what your body can handle right now. You're going to say, oh, if you only go to once a week, you're not going to see any results. I would say F off, but I don't know. That's not calling names. Is that going to be rude? I don't know. Let me think about it. What a chicken nugget.
You are not going to get a very good result from going to the gym once a week. If you do something once a week for your business, you're not going to get a very good result from your business. But if you do something small every single day,
you can improve your mobility even if you're only going once a week. You can improve your stamina even if you're only going once a week. For the love of sanity.
The great thing about going to the gym, they're saying if you'll just do 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week, you're going to start to see really great results. You're going to start to get that muscle tone. You're going to start to become more like my dance class. I try to take at least 2 to 3 times a week because I find
muscle tone. You mean just growing your muscles in general? What does that even mean? Where is a personal trainer when we need one? Where's the bat signal? We used to have a bat signal and now we don't. I need to put it back up.
If I do that, I actually improve. If I don't do that, then I find I fall behind. And so that's really important to me. But I would encourage you to do something every single day, at least 5 days a week for your Nelo Life business. And so you're basically building that Nelo Life muscle, right? Every single day. I also would encourage you to set goals that stretch you, but that are also.
Her voice is way off. Just give me a second. I'm at 507. Let me just see if she fixes herself.
You would be shocked because you look at.
Yeah, she fixes herself. So if she's not lined up, that's okay. It wasn't me, it was the internet. Listen, if you're a top leader, Brian James, I'm looking at you. If you're a top leader in multi-level marketing and you refuse to get good internet are you kidding me? Just get good internet. And some people are going to say, oh, but if they're out in the country, they're not going to have good internet. Fine. Okay, so not every single individual top leader in multi-level marketing lives out in the country, not near good internet. Why are we not paying for good internet if your whole life is on Zoom? Okay? Please.
Achievable. Because if we constantly set goals for ourselves.
Muscle tone means definition and body composition. I know, it's just like she's talking about tone in terms of, I think, low body fat and tight muscles, but that's a combination one of body fat and again the muscle that you have. I don't know. Yeah. You ask the client what they mean by tone, for sure. And that means something different to different people. That's what I was griping about. It's a gripe sesh. Hey, Sherry.
That we don't achieve, we get discouraged and then we give up. And so we don't want to do that. We want to set goals that make us, challenge us, but that are also something we feel like we're willing to do the work to achieve.
Yeah.
And so I get people that will say, I'm going to call 5 people every single day. If you're full-time, that could be realistic. You could maybe call 5 people a day. But I also know that if you're a new person, that's probably pretty unrealistic. I would even say if you'll set a goal to call 1 to 2 people a day, I know that sounds crazy, but 1 person a day, every day, 5 days a week, you would be shocked because you look at that and say, even if I did that 5 days a week, that's 20 people in a month. That's also follow-up. You got to realize that there's follow-up in there. So that might be, and this isn't just call somebody and leave them a message. This is making sure that you're getting a hold of somebody, 1 person every single day that you can talk to about your Nelo Life business. Call somebody every single day, making sure that you're doing the follow-up, putting that person through the process. If you're part-time, that is a very, very realistic thing. And I think that it's a goal that every single person on today could do. If you'll do that for your business, you would be amazed at the end of a year how incredible your business would be. 1 person a day. It's quite.
Calling someone on the phone? Oh, I'm out. I'm outie with the phone calls. Hell no. I used to cold call people in Mary Kay. And I'd cold message people on Facebook too. And then I would get my recommendations at my parties, and then I'd cold call those people. Like, I'm out. I don't want to do it. Honestly, like, my personality is not built for it. Truly. And I did it for such a long time. And now I'm like, how did I function doing that? I don't know. Hi, Travis. Oh, cool. Hello, Travis's dad. We invented texting for a reason. I know, right? Like, early 2000s have called and we want to text again.
magical. There's a book called The Slight Edge. I absolutely love that book. That book basically says taking small steps in a good or poor direction is going to either lead to amazing or very bad results. Because
What defines poor? What defines a poor direction? Would it depend on your goals? And is it always a poor or good? Like, is it black or white? Is it right or wrong? Like, what? Maybe she's trying to explain what the book was talking about. And like little steps towards your goal is going to be big overall. Maybe that's what she's trying to say. I may be in the literal ditch, not a literal ditch, but like a ditch of seeing things in a literal way. So talk me down in the live chat or the replay crew if I misinterpret what they're saying.
every single day, like if you just take a step in the right direction every single day, you're going to start to see that you go here. But if you take a step in a bad direction, you start to see over time it goes there. You may not see the difference in that moment or in that day, but over time, you're going to either go
Wendy.
down or up, right? And you want to make sure that you're always going up. So it's really important, like I said, to set goals that challenge you, but also goals that you feel like you can achieve. Staying connected, as we talked about early on today, is that I want you to think about the people that you always see at everything or always see on the Zooms or, talking or participating. When I looked on here, I jumped on and I started looking at the list of people that are on here. And I do that every week. Every time I'm on one of the Zooms, I do that. I look at the names, and it's interesting. The ones that I do see even on my own team or even on other people's teams, aside from the amazing leaders that you see here, like Aaron and Colette and Randy and
I wish Demi said, I always want to read the books MLMers recommend and see how absurd they are. I wish we could do that in a concise way on a stream that wasn't boring as hell. There's some incredible book reviewers. Someone does it. Someone's an author. God, why am I going blank? Someone is an author, and Savannah has done co-streams with them, and they review books. They've also done, I think, American Girl doll reviews as well. Something Writes Books. Oh my God. I can't remember. Savvy Writes Books. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all know. Y'all know. Does a great job. Is an author. Does a great job taking apart books in a intelligent way, and does some multi-level marketing / anti-scam content too. Yes. Thank you. My other half, my other Sav half. Oh God. I wish there was a condensed way to look at the fuckery in some of these self-help books. I don't know how to do it. If y'all have any ideas, or maybe if one of y'all thinks that you'd be great at that, let me know, because I'd love to promote whatever that is.
Amazing leaders that are always, often connected. I look at the people that are out there that maybe aren't always in front of the screen, and I see people like Donna Rainey and Renee and Julie Harris and Curtis Schuster and Lainey Boyden and Jan Cleary. Guys, these are people that I see on all of the stuff, and it's no wonder they are always here. And so you see them improving their businesses, and you see them starting to make a difference. And so I
was always on the streams. I never missed one. I never missed a training in person. I never missed a conference. And maybe I was the broken cog in the wheel of high control groups. It did not, being present and just being around like people who are good at the business and trying really hard didn't make me successful in a broken compensation model. So what they're saying doesn't paint an accurate picture of the reality of trying to be successful in MLM, because more than 95% of people don't make any money or lose money in multi-level marketing. And back when the original study was done, it was like 99 or 97.6%. It was the percentage was wildly high. That's why I say 95, because I'm sure it's higher. I just don't know the exact number right now, and I'm sure it's changed over time.
connected. Like I said, going to the gym once a week ain't going to do it. So staying connected. If you can't be
Let's
on the live
go.
stuff, making sure that you're getting on and attending and getting those recordings. We put them in the Facebook page. It's accessible to you. And so make that a priority. The other thing is to stay connected to the social media. If you're on social media, if you're cheering on other people, they're also going to cheer you on. You want to make sure that
No.
you're giving everyone that's advancing, making kudos.
Can I just, sorry, ring your bell for a second? Not like actually, but metaphorically. When I see now, and this happened to me when I was in MLM all the way back in the day, when I see people in multi-level marketing, I personally avoid them like the plague, because I don't want to sacrifice any more friendships I have on the altar of multi-level marketing. Because I know if I had that conversation, yes, we can agree to disagree. I am going to be very clear and concise and direct about my perspective on the brokenness of the compensation model if they decide to reach out and try to recruit me. I do not want to lose another friendship. Losing friendships is awful. I see them posting about MLM. I am going to try to never like. I'm probably going to mute. I'm probably not going to start any DM conversations, because the behavior I've seen up to this point of what is taught and what has happened to me is no place is safe, because just existing apparently is an invitation for somebody to recruit you. And I'm not about that.
Making sure that you're doing that and participating, that's super, super important. Also, it makes it easy if you're staying connected and if you're doing everything. When you're talking or training a person, an individual, you have to realize that if you make these types of things a priority, or if it's important to you, they're going to see that it's important to them. If you say, hey, this is really important that you're on this Zoom, or this is really important that you attend this event.
Why?
And you should make this a priority.
Why?
Well, that's great. But it's a lot better if you say, hey, I'm going to be on this, come and be on this with me, or I'm going to this event, come and do this with me.
Why?
And it's much more likely that they will do that, because your team members will do what you do.
Why?
They will absolutely do what you do. If it's not a priority to you.
Okay, let me ask you this. This is something that can be powerful, and kids do it and they kind of get shut down from doing it. I don't know. This was one of the biggest, the question I asked all the time as a kid. Why? Why is it like that? Why? And they keep answering, and you keep saying why, because you're trying to continue to understand. Why don't you do this? If you're in an MLM and they're going to say, be on the Zoom call, why should I be on the Zoom call? Because I'm going to be there. Why is you being there important for me to be on the Zoom call? And you can start building it up, and you can say why until you get an answer that like maybe rings true or clarifies that maybe it's not something you should be spending your time doing. All of my GIFs are messed up, but I just fixed them. If you want to lick the stream, this is our stream goat. Maybe we should name them or her. I don't know at some point, but this is a friendly stream goat, and feel free to lick the stream and get it to an even number. Thank you so much.
It will not be a priority to them. If they're getting on constantly and they're never seeing you here, unless they're super self-motivated, like I was, if they are super self-motivated, that they absolutely made the decision that this is what they want to do, then they're not likely to continue if they think, well, gosh, she's not making it a priority, or he's not making it a priority. So it's not really that big of a deal if I get on. It doesn't really matter to the success of my business if I get on or if I participate, when guys, this is really the lifeblood of your business. Staying connected is a huge part of your success. You might just grasp a little tidbit of something that pushed you over the edge that day, or motivated you to go do something that you maybe wouldn't do. And you never know that might also do that for one of your team members that got on and got excited about some of the information they heard, or a training that they heard.
Thumbs down, or what's up? It's warm and fuzzy, honestly. And as a thank you for our first thumbs down of the stream, here you go.
I love you.
Let's go.
From one of the amazing other leaders, or the information that came from one of the owners of the company. You never know. And you want to make sure that you are getting people.
Probably hairstyles are not fixable within the 5-minute time limit, so we can't comment on those. Thanks for asking, though.
Connected, because that's how they can have those big wins. And, like I said, I just think it's super important that we all are constantly doing things that connect everybody and stay connected. And I would say the most important thing you can do is set goals, set weekly goals, set monthly goals. I love how Randy last month, he said that, he hit a certain rank and that he made the decision by the
That's
end of the month that
awesome.
he was going to
And
hit
he's
another
what?
rank. And he did. And it's really hard to hit a goal that you don't make. So if you don't make goals, you're not going to hit them. So if you say, hey, I want to be, if you're a 1-star and you say you want to be a 2-star by the end of the month, then you're going to do everything you can to hit that goal. But if you don't set that goal, it's really, really hard to hit those goals. So those are kind of just the little things that I think is super important to me. Stay connected, do something every day for your business, setting goals that are stretching you, that are challenging you, but are also achievable, and just, inspiring your team and doing things that other people aren't willing to do. And if you do that, do things that others aren't willing to do, then you're going to have things that others actually don't have. And so with that, thank you, Larry. I hope that's what you were looking for. And I know I have an amazing cohort coming up right after me. If you want to introduce him, or would you like me to, you want me to go ahead and introduce
awesome,
him?
Liz. That was awesome. Phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Okay, here's a new thing I want to try for streams. Tell me one positive thing about Liz from her presentation. I'll go first. I think she's well-spoken, even though the content of what she was talking about was twisty. I think she has a pleasant voice to listen to. She comes across as likable to a point, and I think she is on the better end of the scale in terms of speaking ability. She didn't have a ton of filler words, which was pleasant, and I don't know. It was a pretty, other than me disagreeing with almost everything she said, it was at least coherent. She's confident. Let's go. She's confident and speaks confidently. And she has nice glasses. Love it. Thank you. She's calm and not frantic. And she does speak a little bit slower. She was at 1.25 speed because we're not going to be here all night. I think that I am hoping that we can maybe try this sometimes where we can have both. We can say, these are the ideas and the principles and the way you run your business that I disagree with, and then here's some positive things, some feedback for you. That's positive. She's not yelling at us. Yep. Coherent, and her energy is reasonable. I love that. Okay, cool. Minimal word salad. Yes, Charlene. Yes. Thank y'all for participating. Unfortunately, we may not be able to do this with Randy, but I could just be grumpy.
Love all those tips. She says that there's a bunch of little things, right? But those
Yes.
little things, like she said, combined together are just absolutely massive over time. So I love your tips that you gave us. It was all about basically being consistent, showing up, delivering.
This is Mr. Sorensen, Nick Sorensen, and he is part of the investing crypto side of Nelo. He knows more about that than Larry Lane or the other kind of founders. Nick, Orkin, Larry, Eric Allen. They said that Nelo doesn't stand for the first initials of the founders, but come on. There's too much coincidence there.
And magic things do happen over time. So thank you so much. And you are definitely the epitome of that, being consistent, showing up. But congrats to you on all your success, all your team success. Lots of fun to see people ranking up and all the amazing things happening with that. And so I get to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Aaron Whittier. I've known him for it's over a decade now. And I've seen him do the exact same thing, right? Just consistently show up, be dedicated, be incredibly successful. It was actually funny. I met Aaron. We have a mentor, a mutual mentor, who's actually the author of that book, The Slight Edge, that Liz was talking about. And Aaron was mentored for a decade prior to that, before I even met him on it. And it just shows literally one of the keys to Aaron's success. But big, huge congrats and kudos to you on a massive rank up. And I know that you've been around the block, and one of the reasons you've had success because it's all about your people and lifting them.
You want to say hi real quick? Here. Excal's making an appearance. I have set up the desk. We're just getting the deal. Here, you gotta bend down a little bit. Here, I'll move it for you. There's Excal. Oh, see, I'm working on it.
What are you guys working on?
We're watching Nelo Life. It's a travel multi-level marketing company.
Oh.
They also sell stuff in their shop, but we don't know what's in the shop because you have to buy a membership to see what their discounted stuff in the shop is. And they also sell supplements now. And they also do crypto. Doesn't that make sense?
Oh, of course.
Oh.
It's all plugged in.
Yep. All right. Love you. Bye. We're back.
Up and see what they're doing. So excited to listen to some of your key takeaways and lead people to success today. Mr. Aaron, take it away.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. And great advice, Liz. Fantastic advice. It's funny, we didn't chat about what we were going to talk about today.
Aaron Whittier, it's at least he has a microphone. I mean, we need a new Harry book assignment. Yes.
But mine's kind of along the same lines as,
Can we appreciate, you know what? If I'm going to disagree with everything you're saying, dude, I'm so glad you have a microphone. Like, y'all, Kazoo's in the chat for whatever, Aaron, Aaron, Aaron. Hello, Wendy. Kudos for Aaron in the chat, because holy shit.
is you're talking about when it comes to, exposing, right? We all talk, we're not going to grow as
Oh my God. Is that, should that be our first merch item? Because, like, hell yeah.
as leaders or as individuals in this company, unless we essentially expose more people, right? I'm not going to do a whole training on exposing today, but I just want to give you guys a couple tips here. But
I'm not going to do a whole long training on exposing today. I mean, can we watch that? Watch what we're saying a little bit. Maybe listen to that back next time. Maybe not.
first and foremost, I just want to say to everybody, this is the time right now. We have so much with our company. Obviously, you guys that are here today, you guys all know what the company's built in 5 short months. But my suggestion to all of you is to get ready. Okay, just get ready. The people that Liz named.
We were told to get ready in Transact Card. We were told to get ready in. Why do I get so nervous when I'm streaming? I know this information when I'm not streaming. Transact Card, Finmore. We were told to get ready in Finmore. We've been told to get ready in Nelo Life. So when is something incredible going to happen? It's like, what are you waiting for? Something amazing, I guess. What are we waiting for? Finmore. Thank you, Lorne.
The people that are always on the Zooms. And I agree with you. I always do that too. Whenever we do log into the corporate account to do meetings, I'm always doing the same thing. I'm always checking, okay, who's on, right? Who my team is on. But it's so much of this, so many of the same people that are always on, Liz. You're absolutely right. And I got to tell you, those are the people that will be the leaders in this company. If they're not already leaders, they will be the leaders. The next generation, if you will.
Most leaders, most salespeople, from what I understand, most individuals who are effective at the goals of either the company in a broad way and their own individual goals, they're not wasting time doing pointless shit. Meaning, they know what they need to be doing, and they don't just go to meetings for the sake of going to meetings because someone said the meetings was going to help them with their goals. They're going to say, what about this meeting is going to help me sell more? What about this meeting is going to help me do my job better? What about this meeting is a good return on my time if it's somebody higher up in the C-suite? They're going to be like, don't waste my time. And in multi-level marketing, it's the more Zooms, the better. Okay, well, are we getting any actual value? Aaron? Aaron? Come on.
For years to come, because those people are getting that, like you said, Liz, that daily dose or that weekly dose or that whatever it is of injection of Nelo. We always talk about, I know Randy just did a training the other day. It's always about, refueling, right? Being around the fire, but also just kind of, he talked about watching a video every day for 100 days.
I missed the opportunity to remove the knows from this dude. Sorry about that. Aaron, you're losing microphone points really fast.
I think he said. But it's really that it's, dealing with people out there, dealing with our society, especially today, so much negativity. And, when you hear no's, it's easy to get, unmotivated, not motivated, and, not have the drive. And, I always like to say you got to fill up your gas tank, right? How do you fill up the gas tank? You put gas in it, right? What's the gas? Well, jumping on a training like this, right? Jumping on a meeting.
This is the company that they waived the recruiting requirements for the first 90 days the company was open. Meaning that you didn't have to worry about, they waived the customer requirements. So you could just recruit people without any customers and rank up in the company. Oh, what is that called? I forgot. Was it a pyramid scheme? Maybe that's not the true definition, but in most companies, You need to have customers to be able to have an actual viable business. So if you're waiving customer requirements, what the flippity flop are you doing? Oh, we were just doing that temporarily because we wanted people to, have success and be able to get in and have some wins. What company is winning without customers? You chicken nuggets. All 4 of y'all at the top of Nelo Life. If you don't know, the only name calling we do is chicken nuggets, lint liquors, and what's the other one? Numpties? 3 of them. So, oh yeah, I love that. AA has pretty decent travel deals. Costco does too. I mean, all of the free ones, Kayak, Priceline, all those other stuff. Even just going to Travel Agent can help you out too. And AARP has better travel rebates. Oh, that's awesome, coconuts. Gotta help your team make some sugar cookies. I am craving some sugar cookies, honestly. Who you calling Cootie Queen, you lint liquor? Where is it?
Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint liquor?
We also use sound bites from movies as a way to not name call, but also, you know what I mean? So, we're flexible here. My credit card has better rebates. Even the State Bar of Texas has some travel deals. Holy crap.
Every time I see one of the leaders present, I try to jump on just about every one. If I'm not doing the meeting, I try to jump on every one because first and foremost, it gets me excited. I mean, when I see someone do a presentation, I don't care who it is, it gets me.
Ron, you know what gets me excited? Somebody not losing their shirt, buying monthly shit from multi-level marketing companies and being asked to do more and more and more and sacrifice more and more and more so that their upline gets more commission. Oh, DC, you don't understand how the compensation model works in Nelo Life. I mean, we've looked at it and y'all have presented it, and it sure was surprising to see when y'all waived the customer requirements. Ooh, I mean, a little twisty, guys. A little twisty. Hey, Luna. Do they at least have they do. They've got supplements now. And they've got their travel stuff, and they've got their crypto investing stuff outside of the United States, even though they still do presenting inside of the United States for that part of the company, which I'm confused about. I mean, maybe the SEC is also confused about that, but what do I know? What else do they have? They've got merchandise, but that doesn't count as product. I think it's the supplements and the other hidden stuff we can't see in their shop because you have to be a member to be able to see what they have to offer. Twisty, right? What company does that? Oh, Nelo Life does that. Oh, we forgot to play the disclaimer. God dang it.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
Rip. God, one of the companies to mess up on. Jeez Louise. That's okay. I mean, we're covered by fair use in general, but I just like to play that at the beginning, but I forgot. It's all right.
Excited because of what we have, but also I learned something. Everybody does a presentation different, so it doesn't matter who they are. I always seem to learn something, and that's how you get better.
I mean, why aren't they learning from you, buddy? You've at least got a freaking microphone. Good for you, AA Ron.
So, like Liz said, stay around the fire, be here consistently. And like she said, if you can't jump on a meeting, definitely watch the replay. But I want to talk to you a little bit about, like I said, getting prepared for what's to come. And how do you get prepared? A lot of people seem like, they get started and they get excited. We know what happens with people. They get excited and they call a few people and they say no, right? So, if you're finished calling all your people on your phone, right? If you're one of those people that's been here a little bit, right? And you're like,
God dang it. I should have taken out right. Missed an opportunity, guys.
okay, what do I do? I need to expose more people. What do I do, right? Because we need new people, right? We need to show people what we have. We need to share what we have with other people to grow as a company and grow, to hit our ranks and everything else, right? And hit our goals. So, I think a lot of you guys have seen my
Is it similar or different than the fire that burned down Transact Card in Finmore? Can someone clarify that for me? Because is that the fire that we're supposed to be that's supposed to be the fire to our feet? Is it does anyone have a fire extinguisher just in case?
training, how we built in Japan years ago. I do.
If you don't know the lore of Nelo Life, if you're like, what the hell's going on? This is why is nothing being shared? Nelo Life, again, is a travel company. They have supplements. They've got crypto. The main group of people that started Nelo Life came from originally Transact Card. Then Transact Cards changed to Finmore. Then Finmore, when Nelo Life started, was like, fuck it, we can't survive. Those are my words, not theirs. So they went out of business. And then Nelo Life started, and I'm wondering, did anybody get their money back when the company went under? So confused about that. Eric Allen, in his magnanimousness, went to the Facebook pages formerly for Finmore and Transact and kind of did a pitch to those people to come over to Nelo Life. You can watch that, I think, on Aaron Bees' channel. Maybe Tish also covered it. There's a lot of MLM creators who are sounding the signal of the fuckery going on in Nelo Life. And again, my opinion, because obviously the reps and the owners of Nelo Life don't think anything twisty's going on. But that is the twisty mess associated with Nelo Life. Nick, Eric, Larry, and Orkin, not the Orkin man, but Orkin Arat, started Nelo Life. And this is what we have left. And what happened to the Z credits? Exactly, Wendy. Oh, Rev Card. The first was Rev Card. Charlene coming in with the trivia. Rev Card, Transact Card, Finmore, Dumpster Fire, Nelo Life. Dumpster Fire is not actually one of the multi-level marketing companies. That was a joke.
Most of my building through Facebook, and if you're young on the call today, you might say, you're old, right? A lot of people do Instagram or TikTok and things like that. Well, that whatever works for you, do that. But I have a pretty good friends list. I think I don't know, probably 80% of them, right? But that's good because 80% of the people I don't know on my Facebook, they're new people, right? So how do you get to those new people? Well, I trained this little segment, I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago, Colette, Liz, on our team call, and I started talking about, go through Messenger.
Can we please get good internet sometime?
Now, one of the easiest things we all know to do, right? And a lot of you
What rank are you? How long have you been in multi-level marketing? How much do you make a month? Can you afford faster internet?
Probably already do this. Don't. I would highly suggest it. The easiest way to get in conversations with people, right, is to wish them happy birthday. Right? Everybody has a birthday.
Jesse Lee's trained on this. Eric Worre's trained on this. So many people have trained on this. You can go to a big conference. And again, if y'all are wishing people happy birthday to start a conversation to try to freaking recruit them into multi-level marketing, shame on you. And you're going to be like, oh, well, you should be nice to people who want to get out of MLM because you're going to alienate them. No, sometimes you need a hard conversation, look in the mirror, and stop taking advantage of people and using something as potentially sensitive as a birthday to not try to get something for your own I don't know. For yourself, maybe take a look and say, maybe I shouldn't be taking advantage of other people and twisting something like their birthday so that I can get something. Don't you fuck off. My Melaleuca upline told me to do that. And also, as a side note, Melaleuca is a multi-level marketing company if you're in Melaleuca and you forgot that or you were not told that. Mary Kay, same thing.
Birthday, right? You might have a bunch of friends each day having a birthday. Now, you know, for
What the flippity flop is going on with this?
the longest time, I would just do what everybody does. I go look at the birthdays and I say, "Hey, Liz, happy birthday," and I type it, right? Well, everybody does that, right? How can
Sorry about the
you
audio.
be
It's
different?
just trashed.
How can you differentiate yourself from other people, right? Well, I go to the messenger and I go to the person who has a birthday, and this is what I say. Okay, I do a recording. I do a
If anybody knows Aaron Whittier and you're on his friend list, it is not safe to react to him saying happy birthday to you, because if you're not in his MLM, Nelo Life, you're getting a recruiting pitch at some point.
voice message and I go, hey, Colette, hey, I saw it's your birthday today. I wanted to wish you the best birthday ever. I hope it's the best, actually I say, happy birthday, Colette. I see today it's your birthday. I hope today is the best birthday ever. And I hope the next trip around the sun is an amazing one. Enjoy your day and enjoy the rest of your week. And something like that, something generic. And, I've seen so many responses of people saying, wow, that was so nice, because people don't.
Stinky McStink face.
Attention shoppers, please be aware Aaron will be wishing you a happy birthday for the purposes of recruiting you into Nelo Life. Please be aware that Aaron will be attempting to wish you a happy birthday for the purposes of recruiting you into Nelo Life. Thank you. Oh my God.
Do that. And these are people I don't know. If I know them personally, of course, Colette on her birthday, I would call Colette, right? Because she's a friend of mine, right? But the majority of people that are on your social media, they're not friends with you, right? They're not really close friends. You have their number. So how do you get to them? How do you be different? Well, send them an audio message. You don't have to sing them. I've sang to a few of them because I can sing, but I've sang to a few closer friends. I don't want to be like that.
I mean, if you can sing. Why didn't I screenshot? Let's go. I'm going to add him to the thumbnail.
That person's weird. They just say me happy birthday. They don't know me, but at least I do an audio message, and I've gotten some incredible responses. And what has that done? Well, that's helped me engage in conversations, right? Because it's different. So people are like, oh my gosh, that was so nice. And then I'll say, well, hey, how was your birthday? Because normally they do it the next day. They don't do it the day of their birthday. And again, in conversations, right? So that's how you get more people in your funnel, right? Engage in conversations. Now, if the time is right, of course, you can tell them what you do and this and that, because the question will always come up, hey, what are you doing these days, Aaron? Because a lot of these people I've connected with in the past, whether it was a different business, but
if you get a random birthday message out of the blue, click on their name and look at their profile before you engage with that message, or ask a question like, hey, so-and-so, what have you been up to? Because they're going to be like, oh my God, they responded. Oh my God, they liked my message. I'm going to pitch them my multi-level marketing opportunity, or I'm going to ask them to a coffee so then I could pitch them my multi-level marketing opportunity. Like, oh God. Maybe avoid it. Or maybe you get blocked,
Haven't connected with them again. And I always look back at my conversation with them over the last so many years, and I'll kind of do a refresher. Like today I was asking a girl, oh, you still with this company? And she's like, yes, 12 years now. And just getting in conversation, right? Well, the question will come up, hey, Aaron, what are you doing these days? What are you promoting, right? So, something I like to say, hey, I'm doing Nelo. And people are like, what's Nelo, right?
Yeah, he totally has a filter on. Zoom has that ability. I wish I had a... Ecamm does not have that ability on mine. Like, oh my God. Yeah, he has a filter on for sure.
I'll just say something like this, okay? You can do whatever you want to do. I'll just say, hey, listen, I help people save and make money without changing anything they're already doing. So I help people.
You have to pay $59 for the ability to get those deals on the travel tickets. So that's a fucking lie, Aaron. Oh, I do stuff where people don't have to change anything and they can save money. Paying more money for something inherently means you are changing something to allegedly save money. Am I wrong? Is there an accountant in the chat? Do we need a bat signal for somebody who's good at math? Let's rewind it. I'm going to go back like 12 seconds. I'm sorry, live chat. Replay crew.
Hey, I'm doing Nelo, and people are like, what's Nelo, right? And I'll just say something like this, okay? And you can do whatever you want to do. And just say, listen, I help people save and make money without changing anything they're already doing.
Aaron? What? Aaron? $59 is more than $0, and any dollar over any cent over $0 would mean that you would be changing something. What a slimy sales pitch, because you're lying to the person you're talking to. Hey, Aaron? God. That makes no sense, sir. Charlene to getting them. Spending money counts as a change. Good God.
So I help people save money and make money without changing anything they're already doing. And of course, I'm like, what's that, right? So,
if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
They say, hey, what?
Marianne, you've missed a lot of fuckery so far. It's been a thing. Now, we are trying something different today. We looked at the last rep, and then at the very end, because we had critique for her, and we're listening to Aaron here, Aaron Whittier, who's telling us how to be slimy to people on their birthdays to recruit them into multi-level marketing. And then also his sales pitch into Nelo is inaccurate. But at the end, we're going to tell him something positive about his presentation, because that's just what I want to do today.
What is that?
I forgot what they sell. They sell discount travel stuff. Discount hotels, but you have to pay to access the discounts, and then you still have to pay for the trips that you're getting a discount on. And then they also sell supplements and other things in their shop. We are going to be looking at Nelo Life again this week. We may or may not be infiltrating a Zoom, which is so much fun. And then they do crypto outside of the United States because they haven't met the requirements of the SEC to be able to do it inside the United States yet. And I think that's all they sell.
So I got to run, but what's your email, right? So you could say something like, hey, and you can copy and paste this stuff, right? I like to copy this stuff in my messenger, so I can just copy it and send it. So I'm not typing it every time, right? So, if people go, well, what do you mean? Well, hey, times are tough these days. I have a way that people can purchase the things they already buy, either at or just above wholesale prices. Now, I'm not going and trying to recruit these people as affiliates. I want them to know what's in our life shop and what we have as a membership first. That's my goal. And then, if they see the value of that, then we can talk about affiliate later. But, last thing I wanted to share with you is,
it's not an affiliate. Sir Chicken Nugget. And here's why I say that. If you're paying monthly, you're not an affiliate. Affiliates make commission off of what they're selling without having to buy anything in the first place. Oh my God. And people in multi-level marketing companies are using the term affiliate to try to make their business opportunity seem better than it is. To try to, overcome the stigma associated with network marketing, with multi-level marketing. And I'm not here for it. I want someone to be honest for 1 second, or maybe 5.
Tomorrow, I think, will be 5 months from our convention. 5 months tomorrow. And it's going to come so quick. It's going to be like that. You guys all know 5 months goes by like a blink of an eye, right? So what's your number? Okay, what's your number? What's your
Carl and Body can tell you all about what an affiliate is now. Exactly, Wendy.
goal? How many people, first and foremost, have you registered, right? But what's your goal? How many people do you want sitting beside you? Because I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people on here, every single leader on here has been to a ton of conventions with whatever company they were with. And I guarantee that every single one, including Randy, has said to themselves, man, I wish I had more people here. I wish I had this many more people with me, because, you know, the feeling you have there and what people learn, that commits them. A national convention commits them, and they're ready to go to the next level. So what's your number? Set a goal.
Going to a convention commits them to the group think. He didn't say group think. It said he commits them. It commits them. If you're not free to leave, if you start losing your identity and replacing it with a cult identity or the group identity, something is destructive in that opportunity, in that group, whatever you're associated with. You should equip yourself with knowledge so that you can make better decisions for you, for your mental health, for your finances, all that other good stuff.
Today, it's 5 months from tomorrow. What's your goal? How many people you want there with you, right? And like Liz talked about, what's your goal? What do you want to be by the end of the month? What do you want to be by the end of the year? And what do you want to be by convention? And how many people do you want at convention? So that's what I'm going to cover today. Back to you, Nick or Larry.
Hey, Aaron, thank you so much, buddy. Incredible job to all your success. Thank you. I'm going to bring up our next speaker. Absolutely love this lady. I've known her about 2 years, just like Liz. And one thing about Colette Daniels and Liz, anytime we need them as an ownership team, they are there. They step up. I know their community see this, and people.
Maybe turn the light down a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. What do I know?
People are drawn to that light.
So he's known her for over 2 years. So she probably followed him to Rev Card, to Transact Card, to Finmore, to Nelo Life. Why is nobody getting in trouble for cross-recruiting? That's all I want to know.
So Colette Daniels, if you will come on, and congratulations, I know you hit 5-star. If you'll just come on and share with everybody how you're building your Nelo Life business and the tools you're using, and just give them some goals.
For the last guy, Aaron, we need to do our positive. What is one positive thing about Aaron from Aaron Whittier, the guy we just saw? I'll say this. He had a microphone. His audio was clear, and his audio clearly told us that he's lying in his sales pitch. I thought he did a good job wrapping up the speaker before him in a way that was concise, and then he was able to transition smoothly into his talk. I disagree with the premise of what he said, but the way that he said it was fluid. I think that he is a potentially interesting speaker, and he had a microphone. Microphone was number one. Lovely surf background. He had a microphone. His mic was turned on. Oh, good. See, we can be positive. Let's freaking go. This is Colette.
Nuggets. Thank you, Colette.
Thank you so much, Larry. I get so excited when I get asked to be on these calls. I don't know what it is, but I do. And I love the tips that both Liz and Aaron share, because
people are excited to be invited to be on calls because it makes them feel special, and it makes them feel more a part of the group, and that they end up staying in longer when they're given responsibility, when they're put in spotlighted type of positions, because it makes them feel important. That's the case in a lot of different groups. It's not inherently bad, but in the ecosystem of a high control group, again, it can keep you in longer. And she's obviously higher up in Nelo Life. She's a 5-star.
it's so important. That plug-in is so important, because like I said, I get so excited when I get a talk on these calls, but I also get excited when I listen to the other leaders. It's just filling me up. Like Aaron said, it's the gas tank, right? It fills me up and it gives me that energy. That's what it's giving me. It's not fuel, it's energy. And I get so much more every time I hear people talk, no matter if it's just another presentation, plug into those presentations, because the more you hear, the more excitement you'll get about this company. And it's funny when Larry put this out to us, if we wanted to hop on and share some of the things that are working for us, build our business, I was like, you know what? It's interesting how I love sharing with Nelo and all of our members, right? Everyone, because before in other companies, I didn't want to share with the company. I didn't want to share with anyone else. I wanted to keep it to me and my team, because I don't want to give those tips away. I'm so competitive. I didn't want to share. Well, Nelo, it's different because we are family.
What's different? I've watched more hours of Nelo Life than I ever wanted to. I mean, I said the same thing yesterday about Courtney Shepard. So, yeah, it's my own choice to watch them, but there hasn't been any dynamic differences in the trainings that we've heard from Randy Schrader, from Colette, whatever her name is, from Aaron Whittier, from from Eric Allen, from Nick Sorensen, from Larry Lane. Like, there hasn't been anything different. What are you sharing that's new? Oh, God, pull it back. Pull it back for a second.
And we all want us to grow as a family, right? We want us to stay healthy and just more knowledge. And so I'm so excited to be here and help and share with all of you guys. So what am I doing right now? On my list for this week, I always have a list of what I'm going to do each week, whether it's Nelo, whether it's, I have other businesses too. So whatever it is, I have a list of what I'm going to do that week so that I can check it off. I'm a big list person. I love to be able to check things off. So this week, what I have is I am going to reach out to all those people that I reached out into the beginning that were not an absolute no. I'm going to reach out to them because
and Mary Kay, I'm sorry to bring in my old ass Mary Kay trainings. When we would write down every single person we ever knew in a notebook. And then, like on a college rule notebook, name goes on each line, okay? And you have pages and pages and pages of notes. Then you write like yes, no, maybe, then a little note. And then you go through and you mark them down. And maybe you even do social media contact, phone contact. Yes for social, like they gave you a yes on social, they gave you a yes on the phone, whatever it is. You go through and you keep track of people. And so she's saying, go back to your maybes and follow up with them. Get them on a 3-way call. Try to get them back in so you can recruit them.
Because we have changed so much in such little time that they're going to be blown away, right? Because
that is a sign of a red flag when you change the comp plan, like, I don't know, that quick into the company starting, and you're saying, oh my God, we changed already. That is a fucking problem. It's a big problem. Oh, you're not in part of Nelo Life. You should just be quiet. It is a sign of a red flag when that's happening. It's not exciting for people. That is scary because you didn't think this through when you first opened the company. What?
Beginning, we just had a vision. We didn't have a lot out there. We didn't have a lot
it's
in
on
the live
screen.
shop.
Sorry.
Now we have so much. We have more than most companies have. Usually they launch with one product. We already have 2 hero products and a whole bunch more foundational products that are incredible. And the value there, right? People are going to be blown away by the value on these premium products. So not only that, we have a lot of testimonials in the
premium products. Okay. Nelo Life products. What's their hero product? Nelo Life products. Nelo Life. Shop. Elevate your lifestyle. Click on the vitamins. Cannot click. You have to pay $10 a month to have access to discount. So that again is money that you would spend to get discounts on their stuff. And you can't actually click on this stuff to go see it in the shop because you have to be a member. That's not sketchy at all.
travel, how much people have saved, life perks, right? We have a lot in our toolkit that we can share with people. So I'm going out and I'm sharing with those people that we're not an absolute no. I'm sharing with them what we have now versus what we had, a short 5.5 months ago or whatever it is time-wise, right? So I'm going to share with them. I'm going to talk with them. I'm going to catch up with them. And when they're impressed with what they hear, then I am going.
So you click on Life Shop. They have sports nutrition, hero products, health and wellness, personal care, Nelo gear. None of the first 4 links will take you to look at anything. It'll just bring you to a button that says members only. Please log in via your back office to browse the members only shop. After logging into your back office, you must click on the Life Shop link to access the store. When I go to Target or when I go to Walmart, and I'm not part of Walmart's monthly membership of free deliveries and all that other good stuff, I can look at all the products available Because I can just buy the products from the company? Why is it a freaking secret? Bye, Melissa.
To share the free tour with them. Another impressive tool, right? That's going to impress them. Oh my gosh, you can give them a tool. You know, if I was to sign up with this company, there's a tool that I can share with people that gives them a free tour. You know, it's a membership.
A free tour of the website that I could have just looked at if you made it available for me to look at what's in the live shop? Oh, what? Is she talking about the travel part of it? I'm diffused. I'm just kidding. I'm confused.
Closed loop system, but now there's something that they can go out and look at. Okay, before we didn't have that. So that is really, really cool. And I'm going to share that a lot this week. Okay, you know, because we're getting ready for our life trip. So I got a lot to do this week, but that is one of them. I am so excited. And then when I talk to them, I'm going to share about the life trip that I'm going on, and I'm going to just kind of keep that fishing pole going and reeling them in. Okay.
I'm going to keep that fishing pole going and reeling them in. Boy, doesn't that just make you feel good? That someone's considering you a fish in the water to reel in? Because they're trying to recruit you until they're into their multi-level marketing company? Wow. That makes me feel so warm and fuzzy.
Okay, so next, what I have on my list is I'm going to catch up with my life shoppers. I think it's very important to touch them here and there.
Oh.
Doesn't have to be all the time because people don't like that. They don't want you, always in their business, but touch base with them. A lot of, the company's doing a great job putting out in the emails what we have going on too, but a lot of people don't read emails. If you're like me, I have like 8 emails that I got to keep up with every day, but a lot of people don't do that. They just, it's a dinosaur, right? They just don't check their emails. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to check up with my life shoppers, and I'm going to show them all these new products that we have, because I know for a fact several of them have not seen it. Okay. So that's number 2. Thirdly, I'm not a huge social media person. I do not like to share a product name. I do not like to share a company name. I do not.
There it is. I'm going to let her keep talking. I don't want to share a product name. I don't want to share a company name. Do you know how common this is in multi-level marketing? I don't know the percentage, but it's super common. She's about to tell us why.
Want people doing their own research. Okay.
Information control. Ding, 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 ding. Holy crap. Do we just take this clip and play it on the internet for everybody? We'll rewind it. Let me just go back 18 seconds. You have somebody interested in Nelo Life, and you just bring them back to this video. We're at 1 hour, 14 minutes, 49 seconds. Let them play this part.
All of them have not seen it. Okay. So that's number 2. Thirdly, I'm not a huge social media person. I do not like to share a product name. I do not like to share a company name. I do not want people doing their own research. Okay.
I do not want people doing their own research. Why is that? A good product can stand up to scrutiny. A good company can stand up to scrutiny. A good, job can stand up to scrutiny. Questions are not dangerous when there's nothing to hide. Wow. I didn't expect that from her, but I've been surprised all week. Yeah.
So what you do is you just tease a little bit. Okay. I used to do this. Tease a little bit, ask a few questions. Okay. Curiosity satisfied is interest lost. You give too much information to people.
I understand that, but it's more nuanced than that. Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about it when he is speaking to crowds. He talks about it from a larger view first. And then as people get more interested in something, he can go into more detail because they've bought in in terms of they're excited about learning about the earth. So they're interested in asking more questions. But the general knowledge might have been great for a larger group of the audience. And then you can go into more detail. And then you can build on the bigger blocks, the bigger blocks the smaller blocks and you go up and you get more, sophisticated. She's twisting this for sure, in my opinion.
They're going to go do their own research. They're going to find things. They're going to make judgment calls. I don't want them doing that. So
I don't want them doing that. Smile. Excuse you? God. Information control is part of the BITE model of authoritarian control. It's on the destructive side of influence. It means people are using behavior control, information control, thought control, emotional control to coerce you into doing something that you may not do if you had all the information, if you were not being controlled behaviorally, if you were not being influenced, your thoughts weren't being influenced, if your emotions weren't being influenced. God. I can't believe they were like, yeah, we're going to make this training public. And we're really excited. We're going to get behind it. And everything these people are saying, like, yeah, this is awesome. No.
Oh,
Hi, Diane.
That was a power quote that we use a lot. And my mentor taught me years ago. So don't satisfy their curiosity. You'll lose them. So post a statement. I'm so excited. This is an example. I'm so excited that I found something finally that's going to help with my cognitive brain function, my brain health.
Are you skirting with the idea of making structure function claims with a supplement? Huh?
So tired of not remembering what I was going to do from 1 minute to the next. And now I have something that's going to help me with that. Okay. And then just laugh out loud, whatever, just post something that's going to get them seeing that. Then this is something I learned a long time ago. And I don't know many people that do this. I go and edit my post after a day, change it up to something brand new, or take that post down completely so that they don't go and find it again. Because, right, you pique their interest.
Information control. Oh, it's not there anymore. Guess what? If something's not there anymore, they may get frustrated and give up. What? Are we getting pranked right now? James, yes, it's Amway vibes. Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Then they're going to go out and they're going to find that. Don't let them find it. Post something new. Change it. Larry's laughing at me, but I am huge on this kind of stuff. I love.
You love information control. You love tricking people. Relationships are not a game show, okay? Twisting people around is fun for you? Like, what are we doing, ma'am? It's going to be hard for me to say something nice. I'm going to work on thinking about something nice to say when she's done talking. I'm having a difficult time because I don't like anything she's saying.
Love people to go, what is Colette up to? What is she up to? So post a question, post a statement. Anyone out there like me tired of being not able to find their words when they're trying to make a statement? I mean, guys, I'll share with you that this product's helping me. It used to be
Guess what? Me not being able to find a word that I know or a name that I know isn't just because I'm quote unquote low on something. It is a side effect of a medication that I take that helps me in general manage my chronic pain. It's one of the side effects. Slower speaking and being able to recall some of my information. And I can't not take it because I'm more functional with it. And live chat's just supporting me the rest of the way. A supplement from Nelo Life is not going to fix that. And she's saying, oh, are you having trouble recalling words? This product will be great for you. You maybe can't make that claim.
That I would try to talk to someone and I'd try to find that word and people would look at me and see me looking up because I'm trying to find the word. And a lot of times I would come up with, say I'm trying to say orange. I'd say onion. Started with an O. My brain found the O, but it didn't finish. Okay. So now it's so much easier. I can get on these calls.
Maybe you need to go see a neurologist. I mean, I'm sorry to get in your medical business. Maybe that's a neurologist question. Maybe that's kind of oh dear God. Maybe it's not a supplement from a multi-level marketing situation. Lisa's like, maybe go to the doctor, ma'am.
I just talk and talk and talk. not before. I was constantly going, God, please give me the words when I get on there. Please give me the words. So check out those melts if you haven't, and let them melt. There is a reason that they're called melts. First week or so, I was chewing those babies up, just chewing them. Let them melt. Helps so much better. Helps them get into that sublingual, into your, under your tongue. So much better. Helps. Okay. So like I said, a lot of times I go and remove that post or edit that post. Okay. It's really cool that you can do that. It changes the algorithm. It gets it out to more people. Okay. The best.
No, it doesn't. Not on every platform. You can also, sometimes you will get slowed down for doing stuff like that because the platforms don't take kindly to people engaging with a certain set of words, liking it, and then you going and changing it because it kind of, I don't remember what the right term is, but having people look like they liked something that is different words is a no on most platforms. Your reach can get slowed down significantly for doing that, but what do I know? I just did it for 14 years, but things change all the time. Maybe Colette knows something I don't know. You see how twisty that could get if someone likes something and then you ended up going back and saying something inflammatory, and then all these people were like, I didn't like that. You don't think that the platforms are like, maybe we put a pause, or maybe we slow people down who end up doing edits on their captions?
Best times to post on social media: 7 p.m., 9 a.m.
No. Guess what the best time to post on social media is? Whenever you can post. Sometimes you can go look at the most engagement based on your customers, but customers or viewers. Just starting out, the best time to post is the time you can post. She's full of shit.
10 a.m., believe it or not. There's 2 times right next to each other. And the best days are Friday, Wednesday, and Monday. Okay? They don't.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Am I glazing over? What is happening? Yes, this reminds me of when sellers on Amazon or whatever changed the item the listing is for because the old one had good reviews and they can use those to trick people to buy the new one. Yep. The big social companies don't take kindly to edits happening. And it changes occasionally, but overall, they don't want people getting duped on their platform because guess what? People getting frustrated on your platform means they will leave, and their advertisers are going to get pissed. My God. Will my eyes get stuck if I roll them too much? I mean, good God.
Say Friday, Monday. They say Friday, Wednesday, and then Monday. So skip that next Monday after you did one on Friday. Don't constantly post. It really changes up algorithms.
Oh my God, that's the worst advice of all time. God.
So those are just some great tips that I have found helped me. And I am just happy to share them with you. And like
what's her
Liz
name?
and Erin said, I always go out and check, make sure my team's all here. And I know that Mark is here, Amanda's here, Jeff is here. I see you out there, everyone. And I'm excited to work with you all. And thank you so much, Larry or Nick, whoever's coming on next.
I love it, Colette. Love the tips. Huge one, right? We always talk about.
All right. Positive word. I think her glasses look good on her face shape, and her hair doesn't look frizzy. That's all I can say good about her. I need to go I'm gonna go see how well her posts are doing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she does know what she's talking about. You know? All right, she has passionate, world-changing, health-sharing entrepreneur. She's gotten 10 likes. 6 likes. Maybe her stuff is private. Does she have a page? We're not touching the poop, okay? Where would... She has a vacation... Oh, Stonewood Vacation Rental. Is that her Nelo Life stuff? She's pretty private on here. So maybe she was telling the truth about her not doing social media really. Her engagement isn't good. So where is she posting? Who knows? Who knows?
You know your list, but you really hit on following back up, right? Going back to the people you started with and saying, hey, yeah, we talked 5 months ago, but look at all the progress we've done now using the free tour. Love that. Great curiosity, right? Whether it's with social media or whether it's with talking with people. And
meds and water reminder. God dang it. It's 1:27. I mean, it's 1 hour, 27 minutes in. Oh, that's what fell earlier, my phone. No, not my phone. Oh, I gave my phone to my mom. Let me text from my computer.
by teasing them. I'm not quite sure if I'm the best at being the tease. I don't know if I have those same abilities, but
Oh God,
I love the tips.
Just work on it. Work on it. You'll get it.
Exactly. I love it. So no, thank you so much for your tips. Thank you for that. We've got some great ones today, everyone. You know, we talked to Liz about being consistent, showing up, right? And how that can definitely lead to long-term success. You know, Aaron really hit on exposures and some simple ways on how to expose. Colette just hit some great things. We're going to have one more speaker come up, and I have a guest with me here with got some awesome hair. Just got back from cheer. Took the bow out of that hair, and it looks a little bit better than Dad. So that's good.
Guest ever.
That's right. But we get to have Randy bring us home. Same thing.
It doesn't have
he's
anything.
had a lot of success, not only personally, but also with team. You know, hit another huge rank in our company. So real excited to pass it over to Mr. Randy and share some tips on what's working for him,
There's
his
a child
organization,
on screen,
and how it can definitely get you to the next level in October, November, December, and beyond. Randy, take it away.
Beautiful. Thank you. And thank you to my friends and counterparts. I enjoyed your commentary. You know, at the very beginning here.
Get ready to have the best angle of all time for Randy Schrader, Etch-a-Sketch guy. Yep.
Before telling you what I do, I'm going to tell you why I do it. And I'm going to pose to each of you a very simple question. And that simple question is this: where are you on the face of the clock dial? I mean, where are you? If 12 noon is last year was the best year ever in your life.
What are you recording on? I'm sorry, what are you streaming on?
Was the best in every.
What's up, Nelo Life buddies? Let's go. Here we go. I love you.
I love you.
Happy Halloween.
Respect. Best in terms of relationship, best in terms of finances, best in terms of personal health. If last year was the best year in your life, then you are at high noon.
This is messed up.
What is 3 o'clock? Well, 3 o'clock is when something has changed, but you're aware of it and the world is not. You're aware of it and the world is not. I'll give you an exact example in my own life of when something had changed and I was aware of it, but the world was not. I was a successful stockbroker and things were pretty good for me in terms of recognition at the firm, in terms of client success, in terms of my own success. I could say pretty comfortably that at 19.
This is Randy Schroeder, Etch-a-Sketch guy extraordinaire. If you missed that live stream, I don't remember what it was. Was it in Finmore that we found him, or was it in Transact? He was trying to calm his team down on one of his streams, and he's like, just hold out, just hold out, just hold out. And then he switched companies. But he draws so much during his presentations. We put an Etch-a-Sketch on top of him on his drawing.
1984, my life was about as close to high noon as it could possibly be at that stage of my development. But what people didn't know was that I was gradually sliding further and further and further into an abyss of alcoholism and drug addiction.
Oh, surprise. Let me duplicate this and move to the side so y'all can see what he's drawing, because I know it's going to be annoying. Copy, paste, and hide those. Hold on, I'm trying to do this. Oh God. Let me put these in a folder. Hold on. Right. Camera. Sorry. Link. There we go. Left camera. All right, we're all set.
Addiction. I was aware those things were happening. A handful of people around me were aware it was happening. Most were not. 3 o'clock. What was that moment? 3 o'clock was the moment when suddenly I got a lifetime suspension from the New York Stock Exchange. I got fired, and that was written about in the newspapers. It was in the LA Times. It was in the San Diego.
He got a lifetime suspension? Wait, what? Lifetime suspension, stock broker Randy Schroeder. Did we know this? I'm sure Julie Anderson knows this. Oh. It's from the Los Angeles Times. Hold on, let's go up here. Do we want to read this right now? Because I kind of do. Drop a 1 if you want to read this. Drop a 2 if you don't. Let me know. Oh my God. Let me put this over here. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This is from 1987. Oh! Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We're just gonna suffer through like not being able to read everything. This is stockbroker linked to laundering of drug cash. 1987. A Rancho Santa Fe stockbroker helped a Tijuana karate champion turned boxing promoter use the San Diego office of Giant Prudential Bach Securities to launder nearly $180,000 in illicit proceeds garnered from an international marijuana smuggling operation, a federal prosecutor alleged in court Friday. The broker, Randy Schroeder, has not been charged with any crimes, according to Assistant U.S. Attorney Philip L.B. Halpern. His current employer, the brokerage firm of Smith, Barney, Harris, Upham & Co., said he is cooperating fully with government investigators. But Halpern said Friday in U.S. District Court that Schroeder, during 3 days in January, helped a Mexican firm linked to the smuggling operation, obtain and deposit 18 cashier's checks, each for just under $10,000, in a Prudential Bach brokerage account that had grown to nearly $500,000 before it was seized by Internal Revenue Service agents last month. Transactions for less than $10,000 bypass federal currency regulations and thus are a favored practice of money launderers. Halpern said the suspicious transaction stopped after an area bank alerted Schroeder's supervisor at Prudential Bach to his activities. Schroeder could not be reached for comment Friday. His wife, Debbie, declined to answer questions about the allegations. I think Debbie's a different wife than he has now. Not that it matters, but if we're following, just so you don't lose the plot, you know what I mean? The disclosure of Prudential Bach's role in the federal drug investigation came during a bail reduction hearing for Angel Gutierrez Garcia of Tijuana, a former North American full-contact karate champion charged by U.S. prosecutors with being the kingpin of a major marijuana smuggling ring. Oh, this got juicy so fast. Gutierrez Garcia, who now promotes boxing and karate matches in Tijuana and is the manager of Julio Cesar Chavez, the World Boxing Council super featherweight champion, controlled between $500,000 and $800,000 that he, his sister, and others sought to deposit with Prudential Bach early this year. Halpern said during the hearing before U.S. Magistrate Barry Ted Moskowitz. You get the idea. Let me link this for you. The LA Times copy. Let me see if there's any other info. Scroll trail needed to happen. You know what I mean? Randy Schroeder does not have lifetime ban. Let me just look. Ban. Why is there no other information? Maybe 1987 is what I need to do, because that's the only... That's from the Los Angeles Times. Maybe it's in that article. Hold on. Towards the bottom. Lifetime. It doesn't say lifetime ban. I don't know about that. If somebody, I'm going to have to look more into it, but that's pretty interesting, you know? And here's the link for that article if y'all want to read it. Interesting to me, at least. All right, let's get back to it. Holy cow.
Union. It was kind of a big deal. And the picture that they showed in the article, it said Rancho Santa Fe stockbroker linked to Mexican drug ring. You know what? That was my picture.
That's what we just read. Let's go.
It was my house. It was my car.
I think that must have been devastating for him to experience. It is twisty to see the kind of the history of this, and that's a big fucking deal that he went through. And also, in my opinion, multi-level marketing is twisty as well. And like, my mind is blowing right now. It's mostly like, holy shit, I'm not excited that this happened to him. I'm shocked.
You see, right here, if I made the phone call right here, then a person would respond to my message or my text or however it was I reached out. A person would respond to my message based on their perception of everything is really good for Randy. My gosh, he's a senior vice president at a large brokerage firm. He lives in one of the most wealthy suburbs in Southern California. I know things are good for Randy, and yet Randy's doing this. And so I'll respond based upon my perception of Randy's status in life. Now, think about it for a moment. What if I made that very same phone call to the very same individual or reached out to that same person a day after that which had changed had become evidence to another? Now, by the way, I'm not suggesting at all that we be disingenuous. I'm not suggesting we ever do anything short of just telling the absolute raw and harsh truth. But you see, some of these bits of truth I was unaware of as I was sliding deeper and deeper and deeper into the abyss of alcoholism and drug addiction. Other people could see it. Certainly I could not. I wasn't presenting myself as something I didn't perceive to be correct, though in hindsight, I can see that many of the thoughts that I was experiencing were not accurate. But then suddenly, bang, 3 o'clock came. And when 3 o'clock came, now the world was aware of the travail. Is it not obvious that if we contact someone in advance of public travail, and by the way, public travail need not be something as dramatic as I just described. What if you're...
What is he talking about? Is he saying that Randy looks like he has it all together, so somebody didn't know he needed help, but he did, and that the help that we should be offering is multi-level marketing? Is that what he's saying? Multi-level marketing is not going to assist anybody in addiction, and I would even pose... I did a stream early on when I first started streaming with somebody, and we were talking about how addiction can make you more susceptible to being vulnerable to high control groups and commercial cults like multi-level marketing. Commercial cult mentality, I don't think that all multi-level marketing companies are destructive, super destructive. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. It's wild. Yeah, 12 to... I think it's supposed to be 3, but it's not. Thank you, Wendy. I'm on it. I'll text you what I find, but you may need to get your phone back from your mom. Okay, I have... let me just make sure. Yeah, I've got it. I've got my iMessage pulled up on my computer.
You're a UPS driver and you're a happy, successful UPS driver. Things are great. That's providing either your full-time or a part-time income. Everything's really good. People think of you as being successful. And then UPS has a layoff. You see, it doesn't have to be something so dramatic as what I've described. If I contact the person,
good night, Charlene.
Reach out to a candidate the day after, people find out that, wow, Randy's a UPS driver and they just laid off 10,000 drivers. Well, now they're going to receive the message differently, aren't they? They're going to receive the message from the standpoint of Randy's in trouble. He needs me. And so the same words will not create the same outcome. It's critically important that
let's slow Randy down for a second. Somebody who's in financial trouble, who's in dire straits, doesn't need a multi-level marketing opportunity. They may need a 9 to 5. They may need straight up financial help. They may need maybe a room to rent or a room to stay in. Maybe they need help with grocery money, or maybe they need like a reference for a job that they're applying for, or I don't know. It's even more complicated than that, because the unhoused community is really large and there's really good people in that community, and it's really difficult for them to hold down a traditional job too. And that doesn't mean, oh, traditional jobs are hard for them, so they should do multi-level marketing. Hell no.
We all know and understand where we are in the face of the clock dial, and that we then make decisions and actions that are appropriate and prudent for that positioning, not pretending to the extent that we can become aware of it, not pretending that our position on the clock dial is different than it actually is, becoming aware of it, and then taking actions that are correct for that positioning. And so, but by the way, the hands on the clock dial, they don't ever stand still. They don't. The hands on the clock dial never stand still. They're always moving one direction or the other direction. Sometimes they're moving very, very quickly, and sometimes they're moving more slowly, but they never stand still, not even for a moment.
Oh, God.
Well, what is 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock is when something changed and it became evident to another. And by the way, something changed. I described what changed in my life. All kinds of things changed. A person gets divorced. Something changed. A person gets married. Something changed. A person had a husband or wife who unfortunately became desperately ill. Something changed. You see, things change. And when things change, the way that others perceive those things in our lives are going to dictate the way that they receive the message. And it's important for us to understand where we are, such that
so emotional manipulation to be more strategic so that the individual's more receptive to your message. Is that what he's saying? Good night, Lisa. Thanks for hanging out. We're moving through this pretty good. We're 35 minutes in. We only have like 10, 20 minutes left.
That our messaging is consistent with that. If I'm delivering a person, and when I'm at 6 o'clock, and I'm delivering a message that would be appropriate at 2:15 or 2:30, the same message will not work the same. It'll work quite differently. At 12 o'clock, between 12 and 3, I can rely upon my past successes. At 6 o'clock, what is this? Well, 12 o'clock, high noon, last year was the best year in our life. Everything looks better in the coming year. And by the way, people at high noon don't join me. They don't join me. Why? Because last year was the best year in your life. Everything's great. Why should they change? And so you see,
if you're on the clock at any point in your life, I would not recommend joining multi-level marketing. Okay, so he's saying that if someone is feeling successful and that they're enjoying their job and they're feeling like they're getting everything fulfilled from what they already have, then they're not going to be receptive to your message. But if they are in a 3 or 6 o'clock position, they are more receptive because they're in a worse position, and you should look for those people so that you can get them to try to join your team. So let me condense this even more. Vulnerable people potentially are more likely to join your team because they're looking for something or they're desperately in need of something. So take advantage of them. Am I not understanding this correctly? Someone from Nelo Life, drop a comment. As long as you're civil and respectful, no name calling. Let me know.
When a person who looks to me like they're at high noon, in fact, expresses interest, then I know at that moment that my perception is not the same as his or her perception about where they are on the face of the clock dial. The person who's at high noon, they do not join me. It is the person who sees, wow, something is changing. Something is changing. I need to leverage my past success. I need to grab it. I need to not let a single day of that go by, because if I don't act now to freeze the progression on the clock dial, then the hands are going to get to 3. And when they get to 3, then suddenly at that point in time, people will receive my message as a needy message from me instead of I have something for you. What is 6 o'clock? Something changed. We didn't act upon it quickly enough. And by the way, the vast majority of people, once something changes, they start getting into fear as soon as they become aware of the change. When that change becomes evident to other people, we will always perceive that it's evident to everybody. Why? Because it's our selfish and self-centered nature always thinking about us. Understand, folks, mostly people are thinking about themselves or mostly not thinking about us. And so it's not as big a problem as we might assume when something's changed and we think the whole world knows now, a handful of people know. Nevertheless, what is 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock is when something's changed. And instead of acting with an absolute blizzard of energy, you will not change the progression of the hands on the clock dial. And you certainly will never reverse the progression on the hand on the clock with a modest, half-hearted, or lackadaisical approach. It will take a complete, total, absolute, and 100% mental and emotional commitment. Now,
excuse you? Maybe I'm too much in my hater era. Who knows? You can pivot at any time and gain momentum, again, based off of the idea, the infrastructure that you should preserve and promote your emotional well-being, and that can feed into potentially your physical well-being. He's looking for people who are going to do the most for him, and those people fall into the 3 o'clock time slot because they're feeling fear about losing their 12 o'clock position, and they want to go as fast as they can back to the 12 o'clock position so they're more energized to do what he wants them to do. Oh. Randy? I'd say don't you do it, but that kind of sounds like Carl Deichler. And the poor people, the poor forgotten people at the 6 o'clock, they're lackadaisical and awful and they don't do shit. Is that what happens? Lesson 1, do not look to someone for financial advice that has a history of financial crimes. That is also one of the things that's also one of the little notations for avoiding a high control group situation. God.
I know that message doesn't appeal to a lot of people. They don't want to make a mental emotion.
Yeah, it's sped up to 1.25 because we would be here all night if it was at regular. But he does talk fast. I'm sorry about that.
100%. Fine. We each get to gravitate towards and find a leader whose message resonates with us and fits in our lives. My message is for those of you who are inching towards 3 o'clock and you can see it coming. My message to you is it's going to come sooner than you could possibly imagine. And that should dictate that you make a decision right now to positively.
No, you do not need to rush into joining a multi-level marketing company. That is part of the emotional control that they use to coerce you into a decision that you may not make if you had time to process through something. Hell no, Randy.
Leverage every other success you had in your life, because by positively leveraging that past success, meaning that people who look up to you, trust you, respect you, will respond to the message based upon their perception of where you are on the clock dial, that very behavior of acting upon it is what assures that you will not get to 3 or beyond. Well, what if 3 o'clock already came? And by the way, again, there are so many ways for it to occur. What do you think? How about all of those people?
I think too, like having the captions at the bottom helps when it's super fast, but some of these are so long. It's like, holy crap. And I like I like reacting to them without having watched them, but in an hour of watching it was too long to do beforehand. So
in the path of the hurricane, did not something just change? Didn't almost everything in their life change? Or it must seem that way right now. What about all the people living in Ukraine? Did something change? What about the people living in Israel and Gaza? Did something change? What about? Yes, in fact, things change. Things do not stay the same. The question is, do we have the wisdom and foresight to see in advance that yes, things are going to change, therefore I need to be living my life in such a way.
Would it not be meaningful or helpful to understand, like, yeah, you're trying to get ahead by doing something illegal, i.e. potentially participating in money laundering, and that the other shoe is possibly going to drop because you're fucking around with the federal government and they're going to get their money? So no shit, you're seeing that the clock is going from 12 to 3. In Randy's case, he saw it because he was participating in the behaviors. You're comparing two different things. Randy did something, his own actions created a cluster, allegedly. A hurricane's completely different. A war, completely different. Oh my God, I'm getting itchy in rage. Is that like off base? So after the drug issues, he joined Canaway, an MLM regarding marijuana or CBD. Oh my God. Wow. Foresight for tragedies. I think Ov is raging with me. Yeah.
By the way, this is what I hope. I don't know it yet. We'll find out in the future. I think I've learned to live my life such that I'm always between 12 and 3. We don't know that. We'll know looking back. We'll know looking.
He said that you can't go back. So what, do you have to make a full circle? Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Like, what is happening?
Back.
He just said we couldn't go back on the clock. Earlier on, he said we couldn't go back. And now he's saying I'm living my life between 12 and 3. And the errors are going in both directions. I'm confused, Randy.
I've gathered the knowledge, developed the wisdom, the skills, the character attributes to see when things are not going the direction I want them to go, to make the required changes. So they freeze the hands in the face of the clock dial, move it back into here. I think I've learned how to always live my life between 1 and 2. Well, we're going to find out as time goes on. By the way, there's a lot to that. If all that happens as a result of you getting involved in this company, before you concern yourself with, am I going to make more money, this, and this, ask yourself this: would it be worth it to you to be involved in this company if you gather the knowledge and the wisdom and develop the skills to incorporate into all parts of your life, such that you somehow one day learn how to live between 1 and 3? Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? That would be worth it. Be worth everything.
He just said that people at 3 were more ready to join his opportunity than people at 12. And then he pivoted his message to say we should be living our lives between 12 and 3. So what is it? I think I want to go to the other side of the clock, like 9 p.m., you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm not on a clock. Maybe I'm laying somewhere on the beach and relaxing. Who knows? Who is this? This is Randy Schroeder. He is a top leader in Nelo Life. He was in Rev Card, then that turned into Finmore. No, that turned into Transact Card. Then that turned into Finmore. Then Randy, Nick, Eric, Larry, and Orkin, and a few other top leaders left, abandoned ship, in my words, not his, and opened Nelo Life. And Randy allegedly could be a master distributor, but that might not be accurate information. Nelo Life is a multi-level marketing company. I believe that multi-level marketing companies are inherently unethical because of the business model. Because people at the top get paid whether people at the bottom actually sell stuff or people below them actually sell stuff to a customer. When the reps buy something from the company, the upline gets paid. In my opinion, all of the comp plans are a smidgen different, but that's why, that's my perspective.
Everything. What is 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock is when something's changed and we didn't act upon it quickly enough. Now, at this point, what do? Is my message is not one of hopelessness anywhere. My message is always one of hope. And the hope is this: you are not the opportunity. You see, up here, you can actually be a part of the opportunity.
Oh, if you're a 6, you can't be a part of the opportunity because you're not really energized to join Nelo Life. Okay.
Because of people's positive perception of you. When we get down here, and now things are a little bit chaotic in our lives, we're frozen in fear. Fear is, Bill Wilson famously wrote a few years ago that there is a corrosive thread which runs throughout all society. It's more damaging than. And he goes through a litany of other things more damaging than. And that corrosive thread is fear. Well, human nature.
You know what that can combat fear? You're saying hope. I'm going to say knowledge. And remembering the humanity in others. And, other tenets of wise and not slimy individuals.
Nature is that as we begin inching towards 3 o'clock, unless we're just blissfully unaware, the fear starts to build up. We hit 3 o'clock, the fear gets to the point where we almost cannot breathe. And so we must have a series of daily disciplines as we go through this environment such that we are able to act constructively and act not out of fear, because if we're acting out of fear, other people will sense it and they will not want to participate with us. But down here.
Oh, if we're fearful, nobody's going to want to join our opportunity. Okay. He keeps switching from you being the one on the clock to looking at people on the clock as an opportunity for them to join his team. So I'm really like, this is hard to track.
Here, you cannot be an effective part of the opportunity right now because of this positioning on the clock dial. But what you can do is be an incredibly effective conduit to a system. You can be a conduit to a leader, a conduit to someone who is here. When you are down here, you must take the eyes off of yourself and put the eyes onto the process. Take your eyes off of yourself and put the eyes onto people who are not sharing that moment of travail. Take the eyes off of yourself and put your eyes on.
Oh, so if we're not being positive, go point your potential recruits to somebody who is being positive, i.e. Randy Schroeder, i.e. Colette, i.e. Aaron, i.e. Nick, Eric, Larry, Orkin, because it's positive or bust. Is that what the three-way phone calls are coming into play? I'm frustrated with him right now. That you're telling people that they cannot recruit people and they don't have value other than pointing their people back to those at the top. Let me just show you this real quick. I don't know if I saved it. Let me go back here. There is, when you look at this, and I guess I need to copy this and post it somewhere else. You're talking about the structure of a high control group or the structure of a cult. I didn't come up with this. I just made this. This is Stephen Hassan's diagram, so I'm not trying to take credit for it. But it's the building. It's the building blocks of a pyramid / the inner circle of a group. And what, even though he's talking about a clock, he's also talking about having people think themselves into a box or into a place so that nobody thinks. People turn off their critical thinking, in my opinion, and that can happen in this kind of structure.
To Nelo Life as a company, as an organization, as an entity. Well, what is 6 o'clock? I described it. Something changed. We didn't act quickly enough.
Oh, God.
Things are not a complete total disaster, but we can see that. We can see it. It's coming, and it's not very far away.
Sorry.
And by the way, I turned those hourglasses over like sands through the hourglass. There go the days of our lives. I promise you this, folks. It might take 2 or 3 years to move from 12 to 3. It might take 5 years. It will take, if it took 5 years to go from 12 to 3, it'll probably take 5 months to go from 3 to 6. That's the way that it is, unless we act with an unbelievable burst of energy to cauterize the wound, to stop the bleeding, to stop getting worse and start getting better. And by the way, people ask me all the time, Randy, when will it start getting better? Well, not until it stops getting worse. Freeze the hands on the face of the clock now. Freeze them right now. Freeze them by filling yourself up with that which you must to eliminate the self-centered fear. Freeze them.
I get therapy? No, therapies. Is therapy on the table? Therapy for 100, Alex.
To realize that you are not the opportunity that Nelo Life is. Freeze them to recognize that today you need leadership. You can scarcely provide it to another. Become willing to subject yourself to the ideas, the thoughts, the beliefs of those who have gone before, who are accomplishing what you want to accomplish.
He's talking so fast, but I just want to get through his talk. What are we going to say positively about him? He has good beams in his house. Are we going to say that?
A number of years ago, I talked in such positive terms of my friend Nathan Ricks, who taught me so much, and God rest him in peace. But I remember fairly early in my career, he was teaching a principle. I interrupted him. I said, well, Nathan, I think. He said, that's the problem, Randy. Stop thinking what you think. What you think makes no money. What you think causes chaos in your life and the lives of other people. Learn.
What you think causes chaos in your life and in the lives of other people? What you think doesn't make you any money? Yeah, I think you worry about yourself first, but I think maybe that's a conversation to better be had with a therapist, an ethical licensed clinician. Holy crap. Your way of thinking doesn't make you any money. So telling someone to shut up, to not ask questions, to just intake the information, believe it, and spout it to other people, how is that helping us critically think? How is that helping us retain our own identity and separating ourselves from the high control group identity? It's not. Good God. Can you use a different color marker? Can we have red and blue and green and black,
How to think like I think. Learn how to think like successful people think instead of the way that you think. Now, do I want to hear that? No. That hit me right where it hurts me the most, in my ego. But he was dead right. Well, what is 9 o'clock? Folks, I'm telling you, if you do not act to freeze the hands on the...
His marker's running out of ink. Sir, you draw on your whiteboard enough to have more markers, honestly.
Face of the clock dial. If you don't go bang right now to freeze the hands on the face of the clock dial, if you're somewhere in here, it'll be 6 before you know it, and 9 o'clock will come so very, very quickly. If it took 3 to 5 years to get from 12 to 3, it'll take 3 to 5 months to get from 3 to 6, and it can be a matter of days until it goes from 6 until 9. 6 until 9 is when we got completely frozen in fear. We failed to act constructive.
Is that separate from a panic attack? Because sometimes that's not just from our way of thinking. Sometimes it can be a response to a past traumatic event. It could be a response to a current event that reminds of as a past event. It could be a reaction to a current event. It could be like a lot of different things. I'm not a therapist. I just have panic attacks. I mean, I don't know what's happening. Randy, goddamn it.
I would like to tell you that my life experience is that the world will rally around you and give you that helping hand. I would like to tell you that's the truth. That's not my experience. My experience is that those same people who are cheering and applauding here, they're the people who are ridiculing and speaking behind our backs here. Human
No, what the fuck? We're not. I'm not speaking behind your back. I mean, I'm kind of saying this on the internet and reacting to public videos. So you're a public figure. It's not like you're going to give me, oh, there we go. Let's go, Wendy. (1985) Series 63 Uniform Securities Agent State Law Examination. He took it in 1985, December 26th. General Industry Product Exam. Series 7. He took an 85. No, Siri. Series 3, Series 22. National Commodities Futures Examination, Direct Participation Programs, Representative Examination. These are previous registrations because these are the tests that you do. He has 0 licenses because he got banned. '86, '87, '89, '89. Location: St. Louis, New York, New York, New York. Interesting. So he was registered with Merrill Lynch. Then he was registered with Prudential Bach, and that's the Bach securities that we saw in that other that article. And then that was from 86 to 87. So in June of 87, he went to Smith, Barney, Harris, Upham, and Co. And that was from 87 to 89. Then he was, for two months, he was with Drexel. And then for 2 months, he was with Edward Jones, and he was Dunsies. Look at the report. I'm looking. I clicked on that one. Broker check report. The information contained within this report has been provided by FINRA member firm and securities regulations as part of the Securities and Industries registration. Y'all hearts and hype in the chat for Bam the Lawyer Cat. Randy Schroeder. Go to top. Go to the top. This one? Hold on, what did I do? How one man went from living in a bedroom full of sewage, oh God, to having a life full of faith, love, and resilience. Oh God. Go to the top and click report. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. It's the same. I got it. Schroeder, former RR with Prue Bach Smith, engaged in conduct inconsistent with the just. Oh, here it is. Here, screenshot. Hold on. We'll take a whole disclosure. Schroeder, Randy Schroeder, former RR with Prudential Bach or whatever, Prue Bach, Smith, Barney, Drexel, and Ed Jones, engaged in conduct inconsistent with the just and equitable principles of trade by causing violations of Securities and Exchange Commission Rule 17A-8, 2, causing violations of Securities and Exchange Commission Rule 17A-3, forging the signature of a customer on a options agreement. Oh, if only I had my phone, I would be yelling to Aaron Bees right now. Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Forging the signature of a customer on an options agreement. 4, making material misstatements to a customer. 5, unauthorized trading. 6, discretionary trading. Randy? Results, censure and permanent bar. No prosecution. Censured and permanently barred for rule violations, forging a customer signature, making material misstatements to a customer, discretionary trading. Oh, woof. Oh my God. Oh my God. Randy? Let me ask you this. As Wendy the lawyer cat, Bam the lawyer cat was saying earlier, how do we go from this? And again, the consequences of your behavior, like, they're just there, whether you can foresee them or not. They're there. And so you got in trouble big time when you were working with money shit, and then you went into money stuff with Nelo Life. Oh my God. I'm texting Aaron right now. Hold on. Aaron. Oh. He admitted. And Wendy. Fort. All right. Dude. And this is a primary source, guys. Let's go. Oh my God. I'm not cheering that he got in trouble. I'm just like, we're finding pieces of the puzzle to say, maybe this is not a good idea to associate with this company. That's just my maybe not join his team. Maybe don't join his team. I don't know. And you can grow and become different and realize your mistakes. And then there's also the consequences of your behavior. Maybe we don't do anything with money in the future. I don't know.
Nature is human nature, folks, and we cannot change the nature of another. We can change our own character and the way that we respond to these various situations. 9 o'clock, life is completely, totally chaos. Most people that I see who go to 9 o'clock, they wind up getting divorced. If there's any indication or tendency whatsoever towards alcoholism and drug addiction in their lives, they tend to go to that. They turn to every other behavior to solve the pain instead of acting constructively to solve the problems which are causing the pain. Well, once one gets to 9 o'clock, then you might think there is no hope. That's absolutely not the truth. I want you to know that while it's my hope and belief that I'll look back in the future and see that I've proven I can live my life between 1 and 2.
Oh, sorry.
Looking forward, we don't know looking back. What I do know is this. I have raced around this clock dial more than once. I've been around that clock dial 3
I was just like, oh, he's just talking and drawing awful things on his whiteboard. My bad.
times in my life. You'd think, come on, Randy, can't you learn after once? Well, I didn't. I've raced around that clock dial 3 times. And so for those of you who...
So if Nelo Life were to ever get SEC approval, I'm not sure Randy would be associated with the company. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Do you think that's what's holding them back with the SEC? Probably not. Probably not that specifically, you know? This is not a training session. This is Randy's therapy session. Yeah.
Find yourself today on the backside of the power curve, all I can suggest to you is this, that there is, in fact, within you the capacities to change the current direction. We cannot change the current direction unless we first make a decision that it's important enough to cause the change. And we cannot make that change until we stop being concerned about what somebody else thinks about us, get out of our self-centered fear and become willing to acknowledge the facts. I acknowledge the exact facts for you. When I chose to get involved in Nelo Life, I've been a master distributor in another company for a decade. I earned over $1 million in that company last year. That company chose to terminate me. And so, you see, I went.
Why did they choose to terminate you? Is that Canaway that chose to terminate you? Why was that? I know, I'm like want to go on a squirrel trail. Why were you terminated from the company that you made $1 million with last year? And they must have been making a shit ton of money with you. What did you do? What did you do, man?
From 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the day. Now, I knew that was going to happen. We talked about it in advance. I said, Randy, if you're going to pursue this, unless you choose to be completely silent, unless you say nothing, we will terminate you. And I made the decision, no, I am not willing. That's not why I got involved in direct selling.
Oh, he
I got
just
involved in
told
direct
us.
selling to do what I want, when I want, with whom I want.
Sorry, he just told us why. You keep listening, DC.
Going to pursue this, unless you choose to be completely silent, unless you say nothing, we will. Now, I knew that was going to happen. We talked about it in advance. I said, Randy, if you're going to pursue this, unless you choose to be completely silent, unless you say nothing, we will terminate you. And I made the decision, no, I am not willing. That's not why I got involved in direct selling. I got involved in direct selling to do what I want, when I want, with whom I want, and if I want. I did not get involved.
You don't get any of those options because you sign a contract with the company because you're an independent contractor. Oh my God.
In this industry to have somebody else tell me what I could and could not do. Again, the fact that I would make that choice doesn't mean anybody else would. But I essentially went from 12 o'clock to, let's call it 2:45 in a day, because today I don't earn that money that I've earned throughout my entire career. And so, having been around this clock, I absolutely.
Complaint Moran versus Canaway LLC. On January 10th, 2020, a complaint petition was filed involving a dispute between Andrew Moran, Blake, different person. Canaway. I thought it said Randy. Hold on. Randy. I'm not seeing the highlight. Oh, there it is. Randy Schroeder. For example, a recruitment YouTube video accessible to the public of Randy Schroeder, father of defendant, CEO of Canaway, Blake Schroeder. This does have Randy Schroeder in it. You didn't tell us that was your... Through a variety of channels, defendants admit expressly or by implication that recruiting is the key to financial success. Defendants' print materials emphasize the importance of recruiting new Canaway participants. For example, a recruitment YouTube video accessible to the public of Randy Schroeder, father of defendant, CEO of Canaway, Blake Schroeder, titled 10 Steps to Getting Started in Canaway. That was the YouTube link, in which the importance of recruiting others is emphasized multiple times. Specifically, it is emphasized in step 2. Okay, and they only had step 2. Oh, what? That's from Trellis Law. I don't know how helpful that is for y'all, but we link shit here, so that's fun. I didn't know his son was the CEO of Canaway. Did anybody know that here? I didn't know his... Okay. Blake Schroeder, CEO of Canaway. Blake Schroeder is a CEO and founder at Canaway Company. He attended at Syracuse University College of Law in 2003. Sorry, we'll keep playing.
Absolutely refuse. I refuse. I have made a decision that I will not allow the hands on that clock dollar profess. I will not spend assets. Creating assets takes years. Blowing through an investment portfolio and spending assets, that doesn't take nearly as long. And so I have made a decision to cauterize that wound and to do that which is required to cause the income in Nelo Life to very, very quickly intersect. I am reducing expenses, which is prudent, but I will cause the income in Nelo Life to intersect that moment of what? Of positive cash flow. Right now, this is the truth. I spend a lot more money in my life than I make. If I'm spending a lot more money in my life than I make, then that means that I'm moving in the wrong direction on this clock dial. But I can see exactly what the trend is that must be created. And so this goes back to, I was asked to describe some points of what I do. First, I thought it was very important to describe to you why I do them. And why I do them changes at various times in my life and my career. This is the first time, last year was the 29th year in a row that I've earned over $1 million in direct selling. This year I will not. You cannot make $1 million in your first year in a brand new company. I have non-compete agreements and so on and so on and so on, past relationships. And so why do I do what I do? I do what I do because I know what it feels like to move past 3, because I made a decision that I would not allow.
Broken Waffles, let me give you the important snark notes. Randy Schroeder was banned from being able to be a broker for trading because he forged documents Here. Please hold. Where is it? This is a this is a FINRA document. Here it is. Allegation: Schroeder, former RR, and these are the companies that he was associated with, in conduct inconsistent with the just and equitable principles of trade by causing violations of Securities and Exchange Commission Rule 17A-8, 2, causing violations of Securities and Exchange Commission's Rule 17A-3, forging the signature of a customer on an options agreement, and 4, making material misstatements to a customer, and 5, unauthorized trading, and 6, discretionary trading. The summary: he was censured and permanently barred for rule violations, forging a customer's signature, making material misstatements to a customer, and discretionary trading. Also, we found out that Mr. Sir's son was/is the founder and CEO of Canaway, the company that he made $1 million in last year. Yeah. Yep. Forging a signature. Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Another company to tell me what I could do and could not do.
That's the most interesting thing we found out. Also, we have 59 likes. If someone could just like the stream so we're not on an odd number, I will be able to look away and focus back on more important things like this awful diagram that Randy is drawing. Canaway, Kannaway. It is a medical marijuana company. It is a subsidiary of Medical Marijuana, Inc.
I made a decision to get involved in Nelo Life. Sometimes I wonder, why does Randy?
He was terminated, and his son is the founder and CEO of Canaway, and his son ends up terminating him. There has to be more info there, and he doesn't mention it at all.
Work so hard.
Thank you so much, Broken Waffles.
Because I treat this like it cost me $1 million to get involved. It didn't just cost me $1 million. It cost me $1 million this year, next year, the year after that to get involved in Nelo Life, because I was willing to abandon an enormous cash flow. Because why? Because I saw here an opportunity.
No, you got terminated. You got terminated.
To be part of an ascending company as opposed to being satisfied to be part of a descending company, which would not allow me to help make the required changes to arrest that. I can make go back forward. Well, all of that is about me, which doesn't matter. The question is, what about you? Are you willing to Can you
just turn off the face follow feature on your iPad? We're sick to our stomachs.
Candidly identify where you are on the face of the clock dial. And by the way, being on the face of the clock dial, this is not simply about money. This is about where are we in life? Where am I on the face of the clock dial? Folks, I am 67 years old.
Oh, Schroeder was formerly the CEO of Canaway, whose annual sales reached almost $70 million in 2019. This is from Direct Selling News. Schroeder will replace Dr. Stuart Titus, who is resigning as he prepares for semi-retirement. Oh, he's replacing it. I mean, he started it and then he stepped back in. Schroeder was formerly the CEO of Canaway, whose annual sales reached almost $70 million in 2019 under his leadership. Blah, blah, blah. Not important. Continue on.
I've got way more runway behind me than I have in front of me. And so I can look at this clock dial another way and say, where am I on the face of the clock dial? There is nothing I can do to stop me chronologically from progressing around the clock dial of life. And the exact truth is that no matter how I try, I will not be able to retain my effectiveness when I get back to this part of the life clock dial, at least not at the level of the intensity that I have now. And so I refuse to.
Do you understand how a clock works? It goes 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you're saying between 12 and 3 is the optimal place, and then between 3 and 6 is the shitty part, and then 6 and 9 is shittier, and then 9 to 12 you're basically hopeless. But guess what? The clock keeps on turning? Or you're saying it can only go around and then back? But he said earlier in his talk that it can't go back. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Spend a single day. I will not spend a day. I will only invest a day. Why? Because like sands through the hourglass, there go the days of our lives. And then finally, to respond to the question that I was asked to address when I got on here, what am I doing? Well, very simply, I travel a lot. You folks all know that. And whenever I get on an airplane, what do we?
He's traveling a lot right now to recruit people. So was he traveling a lot before he joined Nelo Life? Maybe. He's traveling a lot to recruit people, which again is a business write-off, and he's also signing people up as he travels all over the world to do that.
We see the flight attendant. He or she will say, in the unlikely event the cabin loses pressurization, a mask will fall from the ceiling. Make sure you put your mask on first. And what's the message? You can't help someone else if you can't help yourself first, if you don't help yourself first. And so the first thing I do is I put my oxygen mask on first. That means that I do first, before I encourage anyone else to do a darn thing, I do the things that I would have them do. I have a daily activity standard. I have a number of people that I contact. I have a requirement myself of the number of people that I will personally enroll in a given week, month, or quarter. I have requirements of myself. And notice I said requirements. I didn't say ideas, thoughts, suggestions, or hopes. No, I said requirements. Why do I have requirements? Because I've quantified exactly where I'm going to face the clock down and I've made a decision. And so I first do every single thing that I would have my group do. And if you want your group to enroll, teaching them to enroll, if you're not enrolling, it's an absolute waste of time, effort, and energy. If you
Courtney,
want your
take notes. If you're not enrolling, you can't teach your team to do it. Okay? Sorry.
group to open their homes and do in-person presentations, teach it all you want. If you're not opening your home, it's an absolute waste of time and breath. And so I'll tell you, what do? I do specifically and exactly those things that I would have my group do. I do not ask my group to do a darn thing that I don't do first. I see so many people in our industry who present themselves as leaders, and yet they're walking behind the field saying, go guys, go. Go guys, go does not work in this business. Doing that which would have our group.
I mean, I appreciate him saying that. I wish he wasn't in a multi-level marketing company, and I agree that if you can't do what you're asking your team to do, like, they're going to sniff that out immediately. And I think that Courtney Shortney's team is doing that as we speak and has done that her entire career because she was stacked into by allegedly Jesse Lee. So
is what works. Next thing I've done is I've helped all the people, and I'm in the process. I can't say I've gone through it all yet, but I'm in the process of helping people in my business who have desires to succeed and who have willingness to do that which is required to turn that desire into result. I'm helping them establish short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. As many of you know, I've established a focus group to help people understand the intricacies of our business, not just the service parts of our business. I could ramble on and on. I'm sure I've already taken more time and maybe didn't talk about any of the things that you want me to talk about. But folks, the answer is simple. You do first what you would have your group do. It kind of comes down to that. You do first what you would have your group do. And if you simply live by that, then before too long, they'll see the example in you and they'll start to see the results that would cause them to do that further and to pass the baton, transfer that knowledge to the next person. Nick, back to you.
I love it. Great information. I love the clock dial. And here's why I love it, right? Is that we all...
If you love the clock dial, drop a 1 in the chat. If you hated the clock dial, drop a poop emoji in the chat. This is going to be our cover image because, like, come on. Perfect.
Have certain spots where everyone that's on the Zoom, everyone that's watched the recording, right? And you can take any one of these trainings from Liz.
Oh, he talks fast, but he sped up because, like, we've got to get through this video.
From Aaron, Colette, and say, hey, I need to get a little bit better in that area or that area or that area. And guess what? Getting better in the areas you need to based on where you're at in your life and your bounce and your clock dial is going to help you stay within 1 to 3 or 1 to 2. So I love that visual with that, in every aspect of life, whether it's, finances, whether it's your family, whether it's your faith. Right? You can always do any different thing to adjust that. There are times in my life where I need to spend, more time in personal prayer with my spiritual journey, right? And that gets me back to that 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. Well, you can take any of these tips that, these incredible leaders have talked about today, right? Whether it is, being consistent and showing up that Liz talked about, right? Whether it's exposures and how to do some exposures that Aaron did, whether it's, following up, how to ask questions to get engagement, to get people going, right? So there may be one of those areas right there that you're like, hey, wait a second, I can get a lot better there. And that's going to get you closer to 1 and 3.
Oh, yay. Personal prayer and business. Oh, yeah.
And something else is something did. But here's the deal.
Hero, Sparrow, how goes it? I hope you have a good day at school tomorrow. If school is, I don't think tomorrow's a holiday, but if it is, I hope you have fun at home. But if it's not, have a great day at school.
You can learn from every one of these people. I learned years and years ago, there's different types of knowledge, right? What we did here today on the Zoom, it's learn knowledge. Learn knowledge is when you're in classroom, right? We're being taught things from people.
Don't you learn knowledge? Like, okay, what is learned knowledge? Oh, Savannah, did you hear that Randy Schroeder got banned as a trader in 1989 or something like that? Next Monday, but she'll be at school tomorrow. Cool. Learned knowledge definition. Ooh. Just something gained by experience or learning is learned knowledge. So, oh my God, hold on. Wendy, the whole document I can send. Oh, okay. I'm just so shocked. This is also my problem too. When I'm excited about something, I'm like, oh my God, I need to show you this. And everyone's like, we already know. Oh my God, it's wild.
Who are having success, who've had success,
Thanks for
and
being
people we
here.
want to
I
pattern ourselves
appreciate it.
after. And that is incredibly valuable. But let me tell you this, it's not valuable until
what's our positive thing that we're supposed to say about Randy? I'm gonna say his house. I like the beams in his house. I think if he was more effective with his whiteboard, that would be cool. But I think I like the idea. I don't like the execution. His house looks nice. I liked what he said about leaders need to set an example for their team. They can't just be yelling at their team saying do this, do that. They have to be the best person so that their team can learn from them. I hate multi-level marketing, but that is one thing he said that I liked. Oh, thank you so much, Savannah. I'm like counting down when your next video comes out. That whiteboard did hold up well. Nyando, great positive statement.
you put into action. The next type of knowledge, right, is activity knowledge. And 1 hour in the
No, it's all learned knowledge. Awareness, consciousness, or familiarity with something gained by experience or learning. That literally is the definition of learned knowledge.
field is worth 100 hours in the classroom. Now, I'm not telling you it's not valuable to get in the classroom, because in the
Won't be for a few weeks. I can't wait. It's like a new episode of a TV series dropping.
Classroom is going to speed up all the mistakes that you're going to make out in the field by doing the things that they teach you here, right? How do you get really good? Learn knowledge, activity knowledge, learn knowledge, activity knowledge, learn knowledge, activity knowledge. You can take all these different
learn knowledge encompasses experience. Oh my God, this is making me so mad.
Tips that you learn from these different leaders today and say, okay, great, I'm going to get better in this, and this. And you going out in the field, you're going to accelerate your success. And this, guess what? Then like what Liz talked about, be consistent, show up. You're going to come back on Monday. Jump on the call Monday. Next Saturday, the trainer, you're going to learn more. Then you go back in the field. It's going to speed up. The third type of knowledge is to be able to train from it.
Are you making this shit up, Nick?
Right? So that's
Do we think he's making this up? Like, what's going on?
That's what you witnessed today. All these phenomenal, not only speakers, but also people that we can pattern ourselves after that taught us. And I ask this question always, who learned more today? Right? Liz, Colette, Aaron, Randy, or us of those that were listening? And I've learned long time ago that the person in front of the room that is speaking always learns more because they have to know it so well to be able to repeat it. And so you have to do your learn knowledge and activity knowledge back and forth, and then you can be able to teach it, show your team, create a duplication with your team. Randy's having his melts. I need to take my second one for the day. Go back and forth with that, and then you'll be able to teach it because you'll be able to accelerate your success.
The melts are one of the products that they have, and I think it's one of their white labeled products, meaning that somebody else produces it and Nelo Life puts their packaging on it and sells it underneath the Nelo Life umbrella or one of their companies that lives underneath the Nelo Life business.
Substantially.
I learned a lot about Randy's past today. That's the understatement of the year. Yep.
And then the last
I learned a lot today. Probably not what they wanted.
thing is pattern, right? Basically being a true leader where people can follow. So rather than just getting in front of a room and teaching on people, if you were to go follow these individuals on the Zoom around, right? Whether you're incognito and hiding in the unmarked car, or whether you were following along with them and they knew you were there, to be able to go see what they do, not listen what they say to do, is where you'll be the next level of knowledge. And so take what you learned today, accelerate your business, whatever it is.
We're almost done.
There's one little tip here, these different areas here, you may be out of balance here. Get back to 1 to 3 in every aspect, not only your life, but the different parts of business that will help you lead to success. So, Mr. Larry, I'm going to turn it back to you. You can close us out.
I think that this dude, Nick, does a good job of recapping and clarifying what people say, even though I disagreed with his definition of learned knowledge, but that's okay.
Hey, Nick, thank you so much. And I want to thank Liz, Aaron, Colette, and Randy. One thing I'll say, and this is just great advice, a lot of times when you're talking to friends, family, coworkers, and you're talking about network marketing, people think that you're almost scared to share it because you think they're going to take it negatively. So I really want you to flip that switch. This is a membership. Everybody in your life, doesn't matter if it's your family member, your coworker, your friend, they're all booking travel. They're all buying products either online or going to GNC. You've got everything in this membership. So take the network marketing out of it.
You have everything in this membership? Really? I can get everything from Nelo Life that I can get from Amazon or Target or Walmart or any of the stores. Like whatever I buy, you're saying I can get it from Nelo Life. Oh wait, I don't know what I can get because I can't see what's in the Nelo Life shop. How does that work? I just have to trust you, bro? Larry?
So you're not scared to share it.
They're all traveling, all of them, yeah.
With somebody. If you think about the membership model, everybody
What's a little light stalking along with the information control? Nyando. Oh my God.
Is probably watching Netflix. Nick, if you watch a great show on Netflix, you're going to tell 40 people. Netflix is never going to say.
When I learned about Randy's past, about getting banned as a stockbroker, I did want to tell 40 people. You know what I mean? Like we told over 65 people in the live chat. So holy shit. I mean, Randy told us first and then we went on a deep dive and bam, the lawyer cat helped us out, but whoa.
Send you a check. Same thing at Sam's Club. Liz goes to Sam's Club. She gets some great buys. She's going to tell people. That is what Nelo Life is. This is our membership.
Sorry, it's not a perfect transcript. This is the free version, okay? It's free 99.
Yep. This is a membership that eventually we're going to have millions of people in this membership. Think about the structure of sharing it with a couple of people. They go out and share the products with people. They go out and share the travel with people. Now, before you know it, a year from now, you've got 10, 20, 30, maybe 40,000 people that are in your community that you built. And
40,000 people in your community? Really? Okay.
Every time they order a product, you're going to get rewarded. Every time they pay that $59 membership, because there's so much value, you're going to get.
Okay, how much is it? It's $59 a month or what? Nelo Life. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Travel. Let me just see if I can join the affiliate. Whatever it's called. Join us. How much is this? Business or customer only, $59 a month? Affiliate is $59 per month plus $20 per year. 50% off first year's affiliate fee. So the affiliate fee after the first year, it's $40. Customer only is $59. What? What the flippity flops going on? $59 a month for what? Getting access to good deals to travel? Does everyone travel every month?
Actually rewarded for that. So there's so much value here. This is a different model than anything I've ever done. 36 years. I know, Randy, you're 36 years too. I've never seen a model like this where every single person on this Zoom, you can all be the next Liz. You can all be the next Randy if you just get out there and share the information. Colette brought up the tour. Guys, I'm telling you, if you don't, go take your own tour. Go look at what people are going to see when you give them the tour. You've got to know what you're giving out, but there's so much information there that somebody can make a $20 decision just from seeing the value in that.
What $20 decision? What are you talking about? It's $59 a month. Sparrow, if you watch this on the replay, or if you're still awake, this is why you need to take pay attention in math class, okay? Even if you don't like math that much, this is why it's important. Because what the flippity flop's going on here?
Tour. And Aaron.
Nick, hello.
I'm going to put what you
I'm lost, but to be fair, I don't speak Scamanese.
said today. I help people save and make money without
yeah.
changing anything they're already doing.
I'll send you a voice text, Savannah, in honor of the MLM fuckery that we've listened to for Sparrow tomorrow.
I'm going to put that on t-shirts. I'm going to put that on my car and everywhere. So thank you guys, everybody, so much for being here today. We're going to have this recording out. I love when people are off the cuff and people are real. And that's what we had here today with our leadership. So everybody have a great Saturday. Go out and put some of these things into play and help build your business. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! Always team up. We did it! Yay! Woo! Hooray! We did it!
Woo! I don't think Larry gets a positive. I'm out of positives. Maybe this was only a one-time live stream. Like occasionally we say positive things about the person, because that was exhausting, especially the worse it got. Randy, the good thing about Randy was he admitted stuff that we found out more about his background. And again, it's one of the signs of a high control group leader to watch out for is it's previous fuckery. You know what I mean? So. Oh wait, Minya needs a birthday kazoo. Please hold. Listen, I was gonna do another Nelo live stream, but I can't do it tomorrow. So I've got to pick something else. We can't sneak into that tomorrow because like I don't have the bandwidth to do it. I've got to call an audible. You know what I mean? I've got to sports ball this. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo that. I can't do it. It would be such a good title though, or maybe I'll record it. I don't know. BP stream, let's do it. I'm making it. Yep, BP stream. Let's do it. I'm gonna put this private and we'll figure our life out, okay? Y'all? Hell yeah, let's go. Savannah, BP stream. If I put $59 per month per person into vacation savings, we could take a vacation. Yep. Yes, you could. On that note, take this advice from Julie. Don't join a multi-level marketing company and take care of yourselves. Promote. God dang it. Preserve and promote your emotional well-being. Take a drink. Don't forget to take your meds. Do something fun after this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting Anti-MLM. Thank you for supporting me by liking the stream, subscribing if you want to see more content like this, and for all my channel members. You're the real MVPs, honestly. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Good night. If you're watching this on a different night, then good day or whatever. Okay, doodles.